DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and see code Shannon. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code Shannon. The crown is yours. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Nightcap. I'm your favorite sports Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85, route runner extraordinaire, Bengal Ring of Famer, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for helping us reach 774,000 subscribers. Please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, because without you, there is no Nightcap. There is no Unc and Ocho. So we greatly appreciate your support, and we aim to give you exactly what you came here for. Please remember, y'all can subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed. It's also available through Club Shay Shay, but Nightcap also has its own podcast feed. Check this out. We've also pinned Shea by Laportier at the top of the chat. You know, we got Valentine's Day right around the corner. We got the Super Bowl right around the corner. We got St. Patrick's Day, and I'm sure someone has a birthday that's right around the corner. So go out and get yourself a bottle, or go out and get someone a bottle for that's someone special in your life. Ladies, your man up. Hey, you'll thank me later, ladies and gentlemen. You'll thank me later. Let's get right into it, Ocho. The Chiefs beat the Dolphins 26-7. It was the fourth coldest game to start at kickoff. I think the wind chill started at -4, got all the way down to -8. And the Chiefs dispatch of the Dolphins 26-7. Patrick Mahomes was very, very impressive. 23 of 41, 261, 1 touchdown, no interception. Isaiah Pacheco ran the ball extremely hard, and they did a great job of controlling the clock, and the Chiefs dispatch of the Dolphins. When you look at this game, what did you take away from it?
Man, I took away from the game. Listen, I said it before the game even started. I said it throughout the week before the game happened. We have to be able to establish the run. We got to establish the run with A-Chain and Mostert to get them out of that two safety shell, so they're able to, so they play two man, they play they play two man, they play 55. They lock on the outside with the safety up over top, and if we can't establish the run, they get them to bring the safety downhill so the run can open up the pass. It's going to be a long day for us. What did they do? They did the same thing all day. They used the front four. They was able to stop the run with that without the added man in the box, and that was the result in what you saw from this game. We couldn't throw the ball well. We weren't able to run the ball effective enough to have any impact on the game, and basically that's all it came down to, you know, in this game, and why the offense. What was it? Not almost the number one offense.
It was
throughout the NFL.
number 2 in points, number 1 in total yards, number 1 in pass yards. Average about 5.1 yard per rush, which led the NFL. I think they was 4th in total rush yards, but they had the number 1 total yardage offense, number 2 in points.
Listen, a game like this, the game where it matters most, you understand what you have to do. You've already played the Chiefs. You know what the Chiefs are going to do. They don't do anything. They don't do anything pretty on defense. They don't do anything exotic on defense. They line up and they play. They're going to bluff a little bit. They're going to play around with the defense in the secondary. They're going to come down, but they're going to get back to the same formation at the snap of the ball and do the same thing over and over until you get them to come out of it. And the only way to do that tonight, and I said it before the game started, we got to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to run the ball effectively in order to be able to throw the ball. And what happens? Same thing. Same thing again.
Ocho, I don't know the coldest game that you've played in, but when a game comes like this, it's all mental. There is no physicality. There, you take the physicalness out of it. Now, how do I convince myself I'm not cold? For the next 2.5 hours, Ocho, how do I turn my mind off and say, look, shut up? How do I tell my mind that my body isn't cold? Because I know, Ocho, they probably got thermometers all throughout it. You heard it all throughout the week. When you practice in that 60, 70-degree weather in Miami, you heard how cold it's going to be Saturday night in Kansas City. You hear it's going to be 4 degrees. It's going to feel like it's this degrees. At night, Ocho, what happens? The temperature drops. So you know if it starts at 4 degrees, you know it's not going to end there because you're starting and ending 2.5, 3 hours later. So you've heard that all week. It's just like when you tell yourself, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. It's the same thing. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. You've heard that over and over and over. So now, how do I convince myself that I'm not cold? Still go out because they got to stay focused. Ocho, you know when you get cold, like, God dang, because you run into the line, you got your hands in your warm hand warmers, you got them behind your back, you go to the side, hey, man, let me get that coat. Let me get that coat. Come on, bro, let me get that. Normally, you just go to the side, hey, you back in, you run off the field. But I thought Kansas City, because they're used to that, it's tough. Ocho, it's tough when you're a warm weather team and you go. How do you practice that, Ocho? Tell me how you practice. How do you practice when you is 80 degrees and you make it 20 below zero?
Well, listen, there's no way to replicate the weather. There's no way to replicate or duplicate Mother Nature. If it's going to be cold, it's going to be cold. But at the end of the day, the Chiefs had to play in the same exact weather. Do the Chiefs always see this kind of weather week in and week out? Obviously, when it gets November and December, no, it's never this cold. It's never this cold. So both teams are really nobody's at advantage. Nobody's.
So let me ask you a question.
You know, maybe the Chiefs a little bit because they're used to playing in the cold. But at the end of the day, Unc, when we were shorties, Unc, growing up, we had no problem playing in the rain. Unc, we had no problem playing in the snow. All of a sudden, we get to the NFL. All of a sudden, we're going to allow the environment and the temperature to affect us. No, there's something that we need to do offensively and defensively as the Dolphins. There's something that we need to do. There's a game plan that we need to execute. And what we can do is allow the conditions to affect the end goal and what we need to do to win the game. And we didn't do what we need to win the game. And I'm not going to, well,
no.
Absolutely
right. You're absolutely right, Ocho. Both teams had to play in that weather. But you know, Kansas City had an advantage. They have 6 days, 7 days to practice in that weather. It's kind of like I remember when we had a bubble, but Mike would never. I think I probably went in that bubble probably like 3 times in my entire career when I was in Denver, and I was like, man, it's cold, man, get us. Mike said, hell, it might be cold Sunday. So you practice in 60-degree bubble. And it's 10 degrees on Sunday. What have that done for you? So I get it, and you're right. But normally, warm weather teams don't do well when they have. I mean, there have been certain situations. I remember with Tampa, went to the NFC Championship game and beat who was that? Philly. They beat Philly in the cold weather. But normally that doesn't happen very often. But Gil, I thought Kansas City did a very good job. And you know, Ocho, we've been talking about this all year. The Miami Dolphins beat one team that had a winning record. And what happens when you get to the playoffs, whatever your weakness is, it becomes exacerbated because the team will exploit it. And we see the time they did a great job of pressuring to it, like you said. They couldn't get them out of that shell. You've got to be able to make a team, look, you got to make a team play on your terms. If you let a team play on their terms, you're not going to beat them because this is where they're comfortable. So I'm trying to get you to fight. I'm trying to get you to fight on my field, Ocho. I'm trying to get you to fight a crocodile. He's trying to get you in the water. That's where he has the advantage at. He gets your ass in the water. He gonna start flipping. He gonna do that death roll. That's it.
Yeah.
If you notice, what do the animals try to do, Ocho? They try to do everything they can to get the land. They scratch, they
Yeah.
fighting, they clawing. If I can just make it to land, I have somewhat of a fighting chance. You got no chance in that water.
Yeah.
He's trying to pull you to the deep.
Listen, it's one thing. It's one thing to already be playing it cold. It's one thing to already be playing it cold. But if you're the Dolphins, you got to use your team or your players to their advantage and understanding what the Chiefs are going to do. Hell, Helen Keller could have saw what they were going to do. You played them already. You understood what they did the last time you played them. They stifled the pass. They stifled the run. So you already know if you can't get them boys out that two shell and they're getting pressure with the front line already without having to do anything exotic or anything extra, and they making Tua uncomfortable off just your base pressures. You already know it's going to be a long day. You already know it's going to be a long day. Okay, boom. Okay, they're doing that. We can't get them out two shell. What do we need to do? We need to get creative. Find ways to use Tyreek. Move him around, give him the ball. Tyreek wasn't able to do enough today. Five for what? 62 in the TD. That's not going to win the game. That's not going to win the game. No, at all. Listen, Rashee Rice went crazy. He went 8 for 130 in TD. Travis Kelce, despite the drops he had, he was 7 for 71. And Pacheco, 24 for 89. We had no offensive production at all. And relied on the defense too much. We had plenty of opportunities.
The defense played well, Ocho. This game's supposed to have been over at the half.
Listen, all the field goals, we needed field goals get you beat. If the offense, if the Dolphins offense that we're used to seeing that we saw throughout the
regular season,
throughout the year in general, throughout the regular season, had played just 50%, gave us at least 50% of what the offensive production we saw throughout the year, tonight would have been a different ball game. But guess what,
Ocho? We didn't see this offense against winning teams. So we got what we got all year against a winning team. We saw what the Dolphins did. We shouldn't be surprised by the outcome of this ball game, considering what we have seen from the Dolphins since the start of the season. When they play winning teams, they lose, and they don't play particularly well on the road. So now you're playing a team. If you're in the playoff, obviously you got a winning record, and you're on the road. They don't play particularly well, and it's sub-zero. So you got three things working against the Dolphins. And when you look at it, and Patrick Mahomes in his 7th year, he's a starter 6 years. He passes Aaron Rodgers, Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach for his 12th career playoff win. Let that sink in. People don't understand. See, sometimes I don't think people realize, this guy's been. You don't realize just how good this man is. Because we take it for granted. I'm talking about in 7 years, and I think only 6 years as a starter. Am I correct? Only 6 years as a starter. This man has 12 career playoff wins with 3 Super Bowl appearances and 2 wins on his resume. Already, Aaron Rodgers has played, 18, 19 years. I think Troy came in 89. Troy retired, we played Troy so Troy played 12 years. Patrick Mahomes has started 6 years and has both of those guys. I think Roger played 11 years. Roger retired early because of concussions. But he went to the military. So he lost, I think he didn't get to the league until he was like 27, 28. So that cut some years off of his career also, but the concussions was what really chased Roger Staubach out of the league. But Patrick Mahomes, 12 career playoff wins, past Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach, and Aaron Rodgers. So give him credit.
I have a question before you go. What do you think for the Dolphins? What is the answer to get over the hump? What is the answer for the Dolphins to be able to get over the hump? Obviously having a tremendous regular season. Obviously we know, not understanding, they didn't really beat anybody over 500. I think besides one team, it might have been the Cowboys.
Beat the Cowboys,
if I'm not mistaken.
one team.
I really, okay. So what do they need to do over the hump so they can contend and get over the hump of the first round of the playoffs and actually be in contention year in, year out?
They were without a lot of their guys. You remember Jalen Phillips is out, Xavier Howard out, Bradley Chubb is out. They probably have 4 or 5 starters out. The question is, Tua. He has great numbers, but in big moments, in big games, can he get it done? That's the question that he's going to have. Only he can answer that. Because in a game like this, you need somebody that can be able to drive the ball. because that's what happens, Ocho. It's fine to play in a controlled. Normally you're going to get pretty good weather in Miami. It might rain. Right. Now, that's probably, you're not going to get, likelihood of you getting snow is not very good. So you might get a deluge. Nah. But the thing is, you go to Buffalo. What's the weather going to be like in Buffalo? We know they had to postpone the game. New England.
Right.
You get them late in the season. You know what the weather's going to be. You might get snow. You're going to get wind. So New York. So you have to ask yourself, his moments are really, really good, but there's too much. There's this. You get into the camera. This is his ceiling, and this is his floor. There's not enough in between. It's either here or it's here. It needs to be more in between, because I think they got enough pieces. Offensive line, maybe you can add a piece or two there. They can run the football. Chan Mostert is a Pro Bowler, 18 rush touchdowns. They got Tyreek, they got Waddle, they got receivers, Kai Kraft, they got Wilson Jr. They got guys that can make plays. So that's not the issue. The question is he's the guy long term that can get you over that hump.
Right. So do you think defensively, if some of those guys, Phillips, Xavier Howard was in, Bradley Chubb was healthy, do you think the outcome would have been different? You talk about guys, those are guys that you paid big dollars to, Ocho. Those are guys that have been to Pro Bowl. I don't know if Phillips has been to the Pro Bowl, but Chubb and Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard didn't one year Xavier Howard have 10 picks? Oh, yeah. I think that might have been 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, one or the other.
And you see they were taking advantage of the middle of the field. They were working on that third corner. So you see Rice was eating. He was eating number 4. He's like, Krispy Kreme. The hot light on. Yeah. They crispy. They just took Ocho. They just took them off.
Right.
They just took about the grease. That's the question, Miami. I think honestly, and people, if you're honest with yourself, you know I'm telling you the truth. The weak link is the quarterback.
That's so hard to say, especially with the numbers Tua put up this year. He put up some phenomenal numbers at one point where he was the MVP candidate. That's how well Tua was playing. It just, I don't understand, how do you get to a game of this magnitude and understanding what you have to do, already having film on playing the Chiefs, previously early in the season, knowing what they're going to do, and then still coming out and laying a goddamn egg, knowing what you got to do to execute against them, to get them uncomfortable, as opposed to making us uncomfortable, which is what they made Tua. They made Tua extremely uncomfortable and never allowed him to get in the rhythm.
Gil, what you think Miami would look like if Mahomes was the quarterback and he had Waddle, he had Tyreek, he had Wilson Jr., Kai Kraft, and that running game? What do you think he would look like?
Listen, that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair. That would be absolutely unfair. If anything, you might as well just ship the goddamn Lombardi down to Miami already.
We saw they were in the Super Bowl every year when he had Tyreek, or the AFC Championship game when he had Tyreek, and he was throwing for damn near he threw for 5,000 yards. His first year started with Tyreek, so we know what he can do with Tyreek. Now, the thing was, Tyreek didn't have the kind of numbers. He didn't have the 1,800 yards where he had 1,799. I think he had 1,707 last year, 1,799 this year.
Right. Because
of Travis Kelce. So now that took some of those targets away. But I just think that's the question. When you look at what they got, how they can run the football with Chan and Mostert, and when you look at the wide receivers that they have, offensive line, maybe add a piece. I don't know who's going to be available in free agency, what they're going to do in the draft. Maybe they can add a piece, but I needed my quarterback that I'm going to probably have to pay 45, 50 million. I'm going to need him to give me better than 20 or 39, 199. I'm going to need better than Ocho. I need it. Yeah. I need it. That's what I need. Ocho, that's crazy. This is look, I don't pay you 45, 50 million for the regular season. I pay you for moments like this and games like this. Hell, I get anybody with this talent. Anybody should have been able to get them to the playoffs with the talent that the Miami Dolphins have. Now, what am I really paying you for? Moments like this.
Damn, man. That hurt. That hurt. I mean, as a Dolphin fan, obviously, I'm from Miami.
Yes, of
My
course.
allegiance is to the Bengals, but I would have loved to see them make a run. I would love to see them make a run in the AFC. And what bigger challenge than you already have film, you already have tape, you've already played them, you know what they're gonna do, you know what they do well, you know how to counter what they do well, and you know what you need to establish in order to be able to run your offense effectively. And we weren't able to do it.
That's your fault.
You
Guess
weren't able
what?
to do it.
Where was week 18? Where was that game at between Buffalo and Miami? Tell the people that didn't know, that doesn't follow football like you and I, that just jumped into the chat. Tell them where that game was. In Miami. If you win that game, tell the people who are at home what happens. If they win that game in Miami against Buffalo, tell the people at home what happens.
Yeah. We at home. Beautiful, nice weather. Nice weather. But again, we played Buffalo already early in the season. You know what you need to do again to win that game. And you fold again. How you fold back-to-back weeks?
And Josh Allen gave you 2 interceptions. He turned the ball over twice in the end zone. So he took points.
Wait, 2 interceptions and a fumble. That's 3.
Yeah. So
that's tough, man. That's tough.
And then they got tonight. They got a couple of unnecessary roughness on the guys. You can't go low on the quarterback anymore. That's the Tom Brady rule. You can't hit the quarterback. You can't hit the quarterback below his waist. They're gonna throw that flag every time. Every time. Ever since Tom Brady got his knee blew out like that. Excuse me. I know you say, "Oh, that's not." I understand. I was in the league when they let you hit the quarterback anywhere you wanted to, the top of his head or the bottom of his feet. That's no longer the case, Ocho. So you can't say, "Man, that's just football." That's not football anymore. That used to be football, but they've changed that. First of all, they've changed that rule for over a decade, Ocho. So you should have adapted by now, because most of the guys that's coming in that's playing defense, they are, especially the guys that committed the foul. You wasn't in the rule. You wasn't in the league when you could do that anyway. So you've been on a different set of rules.
Yeah, for a while. So you already know better.
And you know they're not gonna let you shove the quarterback down anymore, Ocho. Once he throws that ball, you best to just fly by. Because if you shove him to the ground, they're gonna throw that flag. Christian Wilkins, bro, I don't know what you're thinking. I mean, he like to do a little poking and stuff, and he do too much of that funny stuff. I mean, I don't know what he did to Josh Allen, but he need to cut that foolishness out. He be doing.
He a ball player. I
ain't got no problem with that ball player, but all that stuff he be doing up under the foul.
Ball player.
I ain't with that. I ain't with all that now. Come on now. That's about necessary stuff, Ocho.
Right.
Go ahead. You will say?
No, I was gonna say just antagonizing the opponent. That's all. Just antagonizing.
I don't know the way Josh Allen jumped up from there. He was doing more than antagonizing. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what he was doing up under that pile. I mean, what, I don't know what he was doing under that pile, but the way Josh Allen hopped up from there. Whew.
Yeah.
Question. For both, is Miami in the same situation as the Rams a couple of years ago? Jared Goff couldn't make them plays. Seems like Tua's in the same. I mean,
to ask a question that I want you to answer, because I don't have the answers to it, but you would know better than me. Because they got all the goddamn
Jared
pieces.
Goff.
They got all the pieces.
Jared Goff did get the Rams to the Super Bowl. Now, he only scored 3 points once he got there, but he did get them there. But they felt, I'll give you a prime example. There's a reason why Andy Reid moved up 17 spots to take Patrick Mahomes. Alex Smith had him in the playoffs every year. Andy Reid believed that he could go much farther with someone with a stronger arm and was willing to push the ball down the field. And you saw every year they were going. The Chiefs were in the playoffs, but this offense went to another level. And you can say, "Oh, it's not," because Andy Reid had Donovan. And this offense, and it didn't look like what it looks like now. He had Alex Smith, and it didn't look like what it looked like now. So that's the question that the Miami Dolphins are going to have to ask themselves. What's the real ceiling for us with Tua as our quarterback?
Well, the ceiling looked great all goddamn year. But like you said, you ain't paying nobody 40, 45 million for the regular season.
No, I ain't paying
You paying
45
them
million
for
to beat bad teams. He only beat one good
but
team.
that
In
too.
17 games, you only beat one team with a winning record, Ocho, and you want 50 million?
Right.
And then you give me 7 points. You gave me a 7 piece.
That's
Yeah,
tough,
exactly.
man. That's tough.
Ocho, please.
And I like
Red
Tua.
Hood said, Ocho, please tell the Dolphins they need a new quarterback. Tua isn't the guy. He played himself today. He constantly tried to get Hill killed over his overthrows. He's just not good. I hope they don't fire McDaniel for him. Nah. I don't think Mike McDaniel is going anywhere. I think he's proven,
He
yeah,
ain't going
he
nowhere.
has a great mind. Like I said, but Ocho. But when I look at the Dolphins and you look at the pieces now, they did have some guys that were out. I thought the
Right.
defense, considering, played well because they kept them out of the end zone and gave their offense a chance. It's just their offense didn't do anything today, with the exception of that big throw to the Tyreek. That was their entire offense. I mean, Mostert had 33 yards, Tua had 25 yards, Achane had 9 yards, Waddle had 9. What am I supposed to do with that, Ocho?
That you're not gonna do much with that. You're not gonna do much with that stat line playing Madden. If you playing Madden with that stat line you just named, you're gonna lose
11,
the game.
17. They had 18. They had 18 passes, 39 pass attempts.
You had ample opportunity. You had plenty of time. You got the ball back. The defense, like you said, did play well, minus all the injuries that we did have. They played
Yeah,
well
they played
enough. All
They
we
played
need to do,
unbelievable.
we gave you the
Yeah.
ball back. It was 13-7. We gave you the ball back, I think maybe 3 times,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken, before they were able to get an actual field goal, and then someone started to put the game out of goddamn reach.
Yeah. Man, I don't think I've ever seen that. Did you see when Mahomes took off and he got hit and the piece of his helmet popped out?
His helmet, yeah. I saw that. I thought the helmet was supposed to be a lot more safer
Well,
now.
I don't know if they really expected it to be out there in minus 23 degrees though.
Okay, you know what? That's right. That's right.
But
That's right.
but
That's
you
right.
know what? They probably
Makes a difference.
factor stuff like that in. It just caught the right. It was cold, got caught in the right spot,
Very cold.
and it snapped.
Yeah, that was crazy. I've never seen that before either.
Brandon Depot said, Unc Ocho first time commented, should the Finns go all out for Justin Fields? Ocho, that's your team. You like the Dolphins. Tell me what you would think they should do.
I'm
You riding with Tua? You running it back with Tua one more year?
Yeah, I'm running back with Tua one more year. I'm running back with Tua. Matter of fact, is it time? Is it time? You know, I'm not sure contract wise. Is it time to pay him now, or would you run it back with him one more year?
So theoretically, this would be his 5th-year option, if I'm not mistaken, coming up.
Right.
Which I think they picked up.
They picked it up already.
Yes.
I would think they run it back. I would think they run it back because it's times like this. You know, you gave us what you gave us in the regular season, but we're not paying you for that. We're paying you for what you can do in the postseason and what you're going to be able to lead us in years from now on. So I think that's what it comes into play. And Justin Fields,
I want to see Justin Fields. I want the homie to go to Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah, he got some nice stuff to work with over there too.
He's from the Atlanta area. He's from the crib. He's gonna be home.
Yeah,
he's gonna be home.
Yeah,
man.
Damn, my Dolphins, man.
The Texans do a demolition job on the Browns. C.J. Stroud dissected the number 1 pass offense. He finished with 274 yards, 3 touchdowns. Those 3 touchdowns were before the half, tied an NFL record for most touchdown passes in a playoff game by a rookie. 274, 3 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. He had 236 of those yards in the first half. At the age of 22 years, 102 days, he became the youngest quarterback in history to win a playoff game.
Did you see what the Texans did offensively today? They threw the ball. They ran the ball. Listen, I know they played at home. I know they played in the dome. I know it was comfortable. I know the atmosphere, Mother Nature wasn't a factor in the game, but they did exactly what they needed to do to beat one of the best defenses in the league. They had some great corners in Newsome, safety, great corner in Denzel Ward, but still were able to get things done with their best weapon in Nico Collins. Same thing the Dolphins should have done with Tyreek. They had in Jay Waddle. I don't understand. CJ Stroud looks like a goddamn 10-year vet. Looks like a damn 10-year vet. Nothing seems to rattle him. Nothing seemed to rattle him at all. Then I'm CJ Stroud made a play on the screen pass, and of course I tweeted out, ladies and gentlemen, CJ Stroud, take a bow. And everybody up in arms. Oh man, it was just a screen pass. I mean, he didn't do the work. All he did was just throw a screen. Hello? Have you seen the body of work and what CJ Stroud has put together throughout the entirety of this season?
He throws a beautiful ball.
Throughout the entirety of the season. I understand it was just a screen pass. He came back the very next drive. Did you see the touch ball to the tight end? Did you see the touch where he dropped it in the bucket to the tight end? Then I had to tweet back again. For all you haters that had something to say, it was just a screen pass. Well, what was that?
A handoff. Hey, Ocho, what we say when the guy dropping in the bucket from 20, 30 yards away?
Yeah.
Man, he walked back to it. That's a handoff. That's a deep handoff.
Easily. Young brother, man, has changed the franchise around in a matter of months. He's completely changed that franchise around and given the fans in the city of Houston hope from now on for the next 10 years.
Sensational. I mean, those slant passes to Nico Collins, that touchdown to Brevin Jordan, who turned on the Jets. He's like, oh, y'all tried to catch me? Hey, he turned on the Jets, hit them bowls on them. It pieced everybody out. It's unbelievable. The defense got Ocho. Remember, I said, hey, Ocho, I like the Browns. I said, but you got to be careful. Mm-hmm. I say, Flacco putting up big numbers. Flacco. I say, but he turning the ball over also. And I say, see, what's happening is people are just looking at the positive and don't see, he threw for 350 yards, but he got 2 picks.
Right.
I said, he threw for this many. But I said, okay, he got 10 touchdowns in this many games. Okay, but going to that column over to the right a little further. How many INTs? I say, and come playoff time, you pay double for turnovers. And if you have an issue, it gets exacerbated. So what was Flacco's problem in the regular season? Turnovers. Back-to-back. Game's over. I mean, they got up to a great start, and then the offense bogged down. And it was a decent game right before the half. But I mean, scored that touchdown right before the half, and then they got the ball, didn't do anything. That was Cleveland's opportunity to try to see that they have something going. And then Flacco throws that pick. They run that back, and then they go for it on 4th down. Great defensive. Hey, know the ball's got to come out quick. He jumps it to the house. Ball game's over. You ain't coming in the playoffs. You give up 2 pick sixes. It's over.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap from that. It's a wrap from that point on. Listen, I like what I saw from the Browns. Obviously, defensively, they played well all year long. In a situation like that, with playoffs at stake, you need better consistent play from your quarterback and not putting the ball in harm's way. Obviously, the Browns didn't look like the same Browns they did when they played Houston early in the season. When I think was the Case Keenum. Wait, who was the backup quarterback for the Texans? Yeah, with a different ball game. I tweeted that out also before the game. I tweeted out, who do y'all think? Who y'all got today? Now, mind you, keep in mind now, CJ Stroud didn't play the first game. So this Texans team and the offense is going to look a lot different than it did than when they played the Browns the first time. And look what happens.
Exactly.
Lo and behold, CJ Stroud shows up like he's been in the league I don't know how many years, and it's surgical.
Yeah.
Surgical from the spot.
They did a great job on Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith. Cleveland had the number 1 pass defense, and they didn't do any damage to CJ. You got to get him off his spot. You got to make him uncomfortable as much as you can. I don't care who the quarterback is. You got to get him off his spot. If you let him do what he normally does, most quarterbacks will pick you apart. And that's from, I don't care how great. Now, the great ones really can find ways to win, even if you get them off their mark. But you got to make it difficult. I mean, you just let him sit back there and throw the ball. He gonna drop it in there like Warren Moon. The ball go up and down. I mean, he's unbelievable. I mean, a perfect tight spiral. I mean, guys catching it in stride. Ain't nobody having to turn around and open their hips and catch the ball and damn, you gave me a better ball. I could have done something with that. He's put it in the pocket. Yes, Ocho. He put it in the pocket and giving guys opportunity to run after the catch. That's all. For a wide receiver, tight end, a guy that catches the ball, that's all I'm asking. Give me an opportunity to do something with it. Oh, he that dude. Yeah, for sure. It is. Yeah.
Who do you think the Texans got to play
They're
now?
gonna play. They were
The winner out of
they were the fourth seed. So they'll play, they'll be whoever they'll play.
not the winner
No,
out of Steelers,
the
no.
lower seed, they would go Baltimore.
Oh shit. Ouch.
Unless Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh beats Buffalo, Pittsburgh goes to
Buffalo.
Baltimore, and then Kansas and
Right.
Yeah, Pittsburgh would go to Baltimore, and then hold on. Yeah, Pittsburgh would go to Baltimore because they're the seventh seed, and then Buffalo would get no. Hold up, Kansas. Yeah, the Bills win. If the Bills win, they play the Chiefs, and then the Texans go to right. That's what happens. If Pittsburgh win,
Okay.
Pittsburgh goes to
Right.
goes to Baltimore, and then the Texans go
Right.
to Kansas City. If Buffalo wins, the Texans go to Baltimore, and Kansas City goes to
Right.
Buffalo. That's what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is with Stroud, I think if they have to face the Chiefs, what we expected or what we needed, I'm not saying expected. Well, obviously we expected as a Dolphin fan, what we wanted to do is what I think CJ Stroud will be able to do. And utilizing the weapons, Singletary will be able to establish the run. They will find ways to be creative, moving Nico Collins around. And I think the Texans are a team that you don't want to play come playoff time.
You know the thing is about
because three points ain't finna cut it.
You know the thing is about
not with them scoring.
You know what? Ocho, you know what makes the Texans scary? They don't effing know they're not supposed to be here. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Somebody forgot to tell them you got a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback. You're not supposed to be this good right now.
Right.
Now you got a problem on your hand because they know we belong. They believe they belong.
Right.
You got a problem on your hands. Excuse me. And if they don't turn the ball over, in which they don't, I mean, CJ Stroud doesn't turn the ball over.
He protects the ball.
Man. This a team for the future. I don't know where else. Look, I understand Stefanski had a great year. Dan Campbell had a great year. There's a lot of worthy. But if D'Amico Ryans is not unanimous coach of the year,
right,
with a rookie quarterback, and CJ Stroud, like I said, Ocho, we talked about this. We understand Puka broke the records, most catches by a rookie. He broke Jalen Waddle's record. Most receiving yards, Bill Gorman. But it's CJ. CJ's rookie of the year. CJ's rookie of the year.
Young Bull.
CJ's rookie of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations to the Texans. 45-14 win over the Browns, proving that they're not a fluke. This is not an accident. It's not luck. They belong. They deserve. They earned the right to be in the playoffs, and they earned the victory. Ain't no deserve. At this point in time, you earn it. You don't get it. Deserve what? You earn what you get. They earned this opportunity, and you see what they're capable of doing. This is unbelievable. Congratulations to the Houston Texans. You got a coach, and you got a quarterback. Houston fans, y'all don't have a problem. Y'all don't have a problem in it. Houston, you got a problem. You don't. Houston,
Nah,
you got
absolutely.
solutions.
For the next
You got
decade.
solutions.
For the next decade, no issues.
The Patriots acted quickly, hired Jerod Mayo to replace Bill Belichick. Mayo, 37 years old, is the youngest coach in the NFL, taking over that title from Sean McVay. Mayo is a month younger than McVay. Jerod Mayo was a linebacker with the Patriots from 2008 to 2015 after being selected in the first round. Mayo joined Belichick's coaching staff in 2019, serving as the linebacker coach. The Patriots were able to forego the standard hiring process and immediately hire Mayo because it established a succession plan in the contract extension he signed last offseason. Similar to what the Ravens did with their general manager position, Eric DeCosta, who succeeded Ozzie Newsome.
Yep.
I know Eric, know Ozzie as well. So let's talk about Coach Belichick, because I don't think we were on when the news broke that Coach Belichick was stepping down, but we kind of saw this. And I kind of felt that when they first started with the Seth Wickersham broke the article about Coach Belichick wanting to move and he wanted to insert Jimmy G. And Mr. Kraft said, no, you will get rid of Jimmy G. And he basically gave him away for a second-round pick to Kyle Shanahan because he thinks so much of Kyle. Right. I said the next time, and this will come up again, the next time Coach Belichick is going to win out. He won out, and he probably would have got some grace had Tom Brady not won that Super Bowl in Tampa. Because I believe that Coach Belichick told Mr. Kraft that Tom Brady was on his last legs. And he probably told him, Bob, Robert, whatever, I think he called it Robert. Tom doesn't have it anymore. He says, okay, Billy, I'm going to trust you. You close to it, blah, blah, blah. And they moved on. And you moved on and you didn't get no compensation? No compensation?
Somebody pulled the trigger a little too fast. Somebody pulled the trigger a little too fast. Listen, for one, they had to get rid of Jimmy G. I love Tom. But one thing I think a quarterback of that magnitude doesn't want is somebody over your shoulder that they feel is adequate to run the offense and take over. I think that's the reason. I'm not sure whose dealing it was or who made the decision to get rid of Jimmy G, but then it takes the pressure off of Tom as well, because I think Bill at some point would have wanted to get rid of Tom, thinking that thinking he's on his last leg, and allow that team to go forward and Jimmy G as a starter.
Of course, because here's the thing, Ocho. At some point in time, if you're not careful, when you got to and you're successful and it's a dual system,
right?
Who gonna get the credit? And I ain't talking about, I don't want to hear nothing about no 50-50. When you talk about, this marriage, there ain't no marriage 50-50. Somebody gives a little bit more than the other.
Right, always.
Coach Belichick wanted to prove that he could win a championship without Tom Brady. I'll go to my grave believing that. I don't believe Tom wanted to leave New England.
Nah.
I don't believe he wanted to leave New England. But he was tired of Coach Belichick. Coach Belichick had said things and made, when Tom had the gash in his hand, and he said, well, it wasn't open heart surgery. And Tom like, bro, are you serious? I'm not saying I had a transplant, but don't minimize it. Don't make it seem like it was a nothing. So, and when I think Tom was like, what they did is last year they took money and they gave it to him, like they made his salary like $23 million. But they took all the years off and they couldn't franchise it. I said, he gone. If you want Tom Brady, you extend it. It's as simple as that. If they want you, they can just go ahead and stay, especially you of that. You've proven your worth. You just extend him. Why not just extend him for another 2 years? Because Coach Belichick was ready to move on. Tom wasn't ready to move on. Tom moved on out of necessity. He's like, well, hell, you don't put me outside. I might as well leave. Now I'm not going to stay on your porch, and I'm not going to beg you to stay.
Yeah. Jump the gun. You jump the gun big time. And in order to have success, and we can see it. We look at the landscape of all the quarterbacks, all the teams that have had success, all the teams that are having success right now since Tom left New England. You got to have a quarterback. And Belichick has not been able to answer that question. Belichick has not been able to fill that role and fill that void of someone that is adequate enough to obviously run the offense because your defense is
Yeah.
good. The defense is good. I don't care what the New England record says. That defense shows up to play week in and week out. But if you have a quarterback that can run the offense and at least compete week in and week out, then you would be okay. Belichick would still be coaching the New England Patriots, and Jerod Mayo wouldn't have that job if he had a quarterback that was
All he
competent.
had to do was just keep Brady for those three. Look here, there's some, and I get it sometimes, and I go back and forth because when you pay a player, you play you. I mean, but it wasn't like was he the same? But he didn't have, and I think it was a blessing and a curse because he didn't have the talent that he got when he got to Tampa. He didn't have a Mike Evans.
Right.
He didn't have a Godwin. He didn't have a Gronk at tight end in New England. If you'd have gave him that, I believe he could have won another Super Bowl in New England.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And I think he would, even not having those type of individuals and those type of players, he would have been able to overcome that because he's familiar with the system.
Hold on.
He's familiar with the players that were there.
Ocho. From a Seth Wickersham article yesterday, Bill had told me he couldn't play anymore. Kraft said privately after watching Brady win a Super Bowl in Tampa, and check this out. I get so excited. Seth Wickersham article yesterday. Bill had told me he couldn't play anymore. Kraft said privately after watching Brady win in Tampa and goes out and wins a effing Super Bowl. Both men sent Brady congratulatory texts, but they had lost control of the narrative of their own careers. And they both knew that the team celebrating the seventh title should have been their team. And it wound up, and the wound began to fester.
Counting all your goddamn chickens before they hatch. You never listen. Telling a man, someone like Brady, knowing what he went through, 7th round pick, all the Super Bowls he's brought you, all the success he's brought you, all of a sudden telling them, you know what, you ain't got it no more.
The man
we don't even want you no more.
If you could say that, he threw for 4,000 yards. But let's just say for his last year in New England was a down year. You mean to tell me one down year, that man, after all the goodwill that man had given you, he can't have one down year? I'm seriously. One down. So you mean to tell me after everything that man had given you, that man can't have an offseason? If you said whatever he threw for, I think he still threw for 4,000 yards. I think it's what did he throw for his last year? Hold on just a second, ladies and gentlemen. What did Brady last year in New England, which was 2019? You mean to tell me, Ocho, Tom Brady, after everything that he's given you, he can't have one offseason and you're ready to move on?
That's not the way Bill think. Bill was the owner. Bill was the GM. Bill was the head coach. He made all the calls. He made all the shots. He did all the drafting. He did everything. But I think what Bill failed to realize is no matter who you drafted, no matter who you bought there, as long as the nucleus and centerpiece to that franchise was there, it was going to always work. It was going to always work, especially offensively. The pieces to the puzzle on offense changed consistently year in and year out for almost damn near 17 years. But as long as that number 12 piece was there, you always knew that that offense was going to be able to function and work just like an engine. No matter what pieces you put in there, it was going to run. All you had to do was start the goddamn key and press the pedal. The car was going to drive itself.
He threw.
As long as you had the same person behind the wheel.
4,057 yards, 24 touchdowns, 8 picks on a 12-4 record. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, and that's what you and we debate sometimes. We're not even having a conversation, Ocho. We're having a discussion. Let's just say that's a down year for Tom Brady. You willing to move on from him with that?
Well, he was thinking maybe he was the reason on why he was successful.
Look,
that's the only thing I could think of. Because if you don't even have an answer for Tom and you think you're getting someone out the draft, putting up numbers like that, Oh, you see what C.J. Stroud has done, and thinking, well, maybe I can.
But you're not going to be high enough to get a C.J. Stroud. And even Tom Brady wasn't that his first year. Even his first year starting, Tom Brady wasn't bad. Hell, if it was Coach Belichick, Drew Bledsoe would have done it. Remember? So if any quarterback can work in that system, Drew Bledsoe should have been able to do what Tom Brady did. If any quarterback can do it, because Drew Bledsoe was the first quarterback to get a $100 million contract. He had led a team to the Super Bowl. So if it's the system, okay, why didn't he do it?
Yeah.
So
different, man.
And look at the guys, look at the receivers and the running back and the skill position players. Once they leave New England, how they look. Deion Branch was Super Bowl MVP. How did he look in Seattle?
Yeah. That was that boy.
How did he look in Seattle after winning the Super Bowl MVP? Tell the people at home, Ocho, that didn't know. How did he look?
It's different. It's different. It's different outside of that system and the way they're able to use you. When they use you, it's different. Different. Yes. That offense was, and I think I mentioned it on a few shows ago when I said it's one of the few offenses in the league where the offenses run from the inside out, not from the outside in.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the few, if not the only, matter of fact, that is run like that. You know, your first look is your slots. You work from the inside out. Your slot, your tight end. Hell, your third choice might be the running back. Sometimes your first choice might be the running back. Then you go to the outside. If
ego does it every time. But I think Mr. Kraft, and I know him and I talk to him every time I see him, I give him a big old hug because he's always been great to me. And the one thing he'll always tell me, he said, "You do your homework. You're very well prepared." I think they're so opposite, Mr. Kraft and Coach Belichick. They're so opposite each other.
Complete opposite.
But because you're winning, he stomached a lot of things that Coach Belichick was doing. Where Jerry Jones' ego was so big, he couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
And it cost him. Mr. Kraft says, I got as much as I could. I should have got 7. You cost me 1, Bill. Jerry is doing everything he possibly can to get that one, to get another one.
What happens? What happens if? But whatever. I would love the Cowboys to continue to make a long run into the playoffs. If they don't, what are the chances of a Jerry Jones and a Bill Belichick working together?
Bruh, he got rid of Jimmy. Who fired a back-to-back winning Super Bowl coach, Ocho? Let that sink in. Right. You know how hard it is. You played 12 years in the league and never won one.
Yes, sir.
You fired the coach.
I won. Oh, wait. I won one on Madden.
You won one on Madden.
I won one on Madden.
The coach won back-to-back Super Bowls, and your top 3 players, none are over the age of 28.
Can't get out your own way, huh? So Belichick in Dallas,
that ain't happening. That's not happening. Since Parcells, Jerry has only hired guys that have the head coach title in name only. He's the head coach. Why you think he be giving press conference? Why you think he's telling you who's going to start and who's injured and how long they're going to be out?
Maybe they brief Jerry first, and then Jerry regurgitates it. He won't allow the coaches to actually be the coach. And I said I hope he stays in the background throughout the playoffs. I hope he stays in the background and just don't do it. Don't add no bulletin board material. Don't add no added pressure to the team. Allow them boys and allow Dak them just go out there and play. But I like the Jerod Mayo hire.
I do too. I do.
I like it.
I mean, guys, he's familiar with the system. He's familiar with how the organization works.
It works. I was there. I was there with him one year. Very, 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 very brilliant mind, brilliant defensive mind, and really knows and understands the game to the point where obviously it was a no-brainer as far as him being a successor to Bill Belichick. But for his sake and what he still needs to do, they still need a quarterback. They still need a quarterback, or we're gonna be back in the same situation 3 years
Yep.
from now. He needs a quarterback. They got to get him a quarterback. I'm not sure who they're going to get, if it's going to be through free agency, whether it's going to be through the draft, but they got to get a quarterback so they can build from there. That's for starters. That's for starters. Getting the head coaching job is one thing. Once you fix that quarterback situation, that's a burden off your shoulders, and you can go
Yeah,
from there.
I agree. 3 players make first team All Pro, that but did not make the Pro Bowl. Antoine Winfield Jr.,
Mhm.
Armand Ross St. Brown, and Quincy Williams.
Mhm.
Ocho, I don't know if people know this, that the All Pro team is over the entire NFL. When you make a Pro Bowl, it's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
AFC, it's an NFC.
Right.
The All Pro team is a higher honor than the Pro Bowl. Both are
Mhm.
honors, but the All Pro team, that means I'm one of the 2 best receivers in the entire league, not one of the 4
League.
best
Yeah.
receivers in my conference.
Conference.
So go ahead. What do you like? I thought Antoine Winfield Jr. should have made the Pro Bowl over Buda Baker.
Easily. Easily. Statistically speaking, if you look at the stats, it's a
None.
no-brainer almost. So at some point, they used to say this even during my time when I was playing at the Pro Bowl. Sometime the players weren't deserving, but because they had done great things in the past, it became somewhat a
Of
popularity
course.
contest. And because their name is there, they were making Pro Bowls based on their name alone, not the stats that they put up throughout the
True.
season. I think this was Buda Baker, obviously great player, great player. I love Buda. I love what he's done. One of my favorite safeties to watch. He reminds me of Bob Sanders, the way he
The attack.
just plays the
Mm-hmm.
game and has no regard for his body or anybody else's. But this year
But
it
he
should have
didn't
been
earn a Pro
Antoine
Bowl
Winfield
slot
Jr.
this year. I ain't gonna say deserved.
Right,
He
right,
didn't earn it this year.
right,
Antoine Winfield
right,
Jr.
right.
earned that spot.
Yeah, he did, and
And
I mean
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
it's unfortunate. Hey, St. Brown should have been in the Pro Bowl.
Okay, if you put him
Great,
in, who you taking out though? Ocho, remember now when you put somebody in, you got to take somebody out.
got to take somebody
You
out.
taking
Listen,
CD, you taking
I don't
CD
know.
out,
No, you
or you
can't
taking
take
AJ
CD. Come
Brown
on
out.
now, you know. AJ Brown had a
You taking
phenomenal
Puka,
year.
you
He
taking
had
your
a
boy
phenomenal year
Puka out.
too. You can't not with what he's
You
done
taking
as a
Mike
rookie. He had
Evans
a
out.
historic rookie season.
Now
See,
that
that's
you just
tough,
said he
man.
belonged to Pro Bowl, so you got to take
That's
somebody
tough.
out, Ocho.
Yeah, see, you can't. So it's unfair. It's damn near unfair. But he deserves to be there. But making all pro, making an all pro for him in his 30. This is
Yeah, I
St.
think
Brown's
so.
30,
Yes.
Amon's 30 year,
Yep.
ain't it? Yeah, it's a perfect year to make it, especially be all pro. If you don't make the Pro Bowl, having that all pro on your resume speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, especially
Contract.
when it's time for that
Oh
brink
yeah.
truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For
when it's time
sure.
for that
For
brink
sure.
truck. Pro
Yeah.
Bowl?
Pro.
No, all pro. I take the all pro much.
Oh
I
hell
take the
yeah.
all pro. That's
I
leverage
mean,
right there now.
it's
That's leverage.
nice to think that okay to have a season. I've been very fortunate to make. I was an All Pro in all 4 of my 8
Mhm,
Pro in my Pro Bowls of my 4 of my 8. I was first team All Pro,
mhm,
second team in
right.
another one. So I get it, but
Mhm,
the first one was the most important to me because my brother was an All Pro. To
mhm,
have 2 brothers same year
mhm.
first team All Pro, I thought that was a big
That's
yeah.
dope.
So once I thought that was a possibility, man, I got to get this thing. I tried to get it, and I tried to get 1,000
Right.
yards that season, but I fell 5 yards short. That's neither here nor there.
Right.
But you're right, Ocho, to be an All Pro, and like I said, I
Yeah.
don't want people to think that the Pro Bowl
Mhm.
is not an honor. It is,
Yeah, it's a great
but
honor.
the All
Great
Pro
honor.
is a higher honor because it
Mhm.
encompasses the entire league, not just a conference.
League.
It's not
Yeah.
just NFC and AFC. Because if you notice,
Mhm,
like the AFC, quarterbacks, you take 3 quarterbacks. There are 6 quarterbacks going to the Pro
mhm.
Bowl. There's only one
Yeah.
starting quarterback for the All Pro team. First team, that's Lamar Jackson. And then the backup, I think, was
Mhm.
Dak. Who's the second team All quarterback? Dak Prescott or Brock Purdy? Because I think both of those got 2 votes. They got 2 votes, and I think what you call them got 1 vote. Josh Allen. Dak was the second team. Okay, Dak was the second team quarterback for the All Pro team.
Right. Okay. And that's
Yeah.
live. All pro. How many all pros do you think I went to?
Mm. Ocho with the 2. Oh, you was 2-time first team All Pro.
That's it?
2
Two?
and a 6-time Pro Bowler.
Oh, they cheated me, man.
They
They
got you.
cheated me. Yeah, they cheated me, bro. I should have been all pro at least 4, 5
Yeah.
times. Yeah, damn. I can still play now. I can lace them up, but they could use my services
Hey,
next year.
hey. Most of the time I don't even lace up my shoes. I can't lace up nothing. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I can't even tell nobody no lie with you. Sometimes my shoes, I just be walking around laces untied, stepping over shoes. I ain't lacing up nothing. Nope,
Nothing, huh?
nope. I can't.
Them days over with.
And Quincy Williams made it as an All Pro. Uh,
Oh yeah. Hey, he
yeah, oh yeah, he a
nice.
thumper. Oh, he
He
definitely a thumper. He coming
nice.
down here with bad intentions.
He
Yeah,
nice.
I like him. I like him a lot. I like the fact is that he like, yeah, I know my brother Quinny, but hey, I make a name for my damn self. Hey, Quinny ain't making no tackles for
Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, people think, for the longest time, Ocho, what I had to overcome, people talk about, oh man, you got to the NFL because of your brother. Huh?
You never make it off a
Bro,
name now. That ain't
that
gonna
might
work.
work. That might work in college. Sterling
Yeah.
Sharpe couldn't help the Broncos. What good is Sterling Sharpe? Oh,
Nah.
man, please. I had to get out there and make them plays.
You got to have some type of, you got to be able to play the game. You got to bring some type of value and
Yes.
be able to help that 53-man
Yes.
roster. You got to be able to
Ain't
help.
no, ain't no charity in the NFL.
At all.
So three players make first team All Pro, but did not make the Pro Bowl. Antoine Winfield Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Quincy Williams. Congratulations, you guys. Deserved to make the pro. Deserved. Excuse me. You earned first team All Pro. Congratulations. So hopefully that lessens the sting of not making the Pro Bowl. It should.
Right.
DJ Moore says he doesn't work out in the offseason. Instead, he stays at Disney World, drinks Mountain Dew, and smokes cigars. Take off, Ocho.
Ocho versus science.
So you didn't work out. So you didn't
Ocho
work out
versus
either, huh?
science.
No,
I
no, 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 no,
worked
no,
out in
no,
the
no. You said
offseason.
Ocho versus science.
I work out like I'm talking about the cigar. I like the cigar part. I like the cigar. I like the cigar part and the Mountain Dew.
Ocho.
I like that part. Yes, sir.
Why do you feel what? So you feel you. So how did that make you feel? You feel like you said something, huh?
Not really. I mean, listen, DJ Moore does what works for DJ Moore. Chad Johnson did what works for Chad Johnson. Ochocinco did what works for Ochocinco. My regime or
You mean
routine is a little
regiment, but
different than
okay.
everybody. One thing you do know about me, if you do know, even if you don't, well, I work like a madman, huh? I work like a madman. I work like a crazed dog in the off season, during season. When I ain't supposed to be working, I'm still working. I ain't played the game in almost a decade. I'm still training right now, like I'm playing, and I'm gonna get an opportunity. I'm gonna get a phone call. I don't. That's just me. I just like to be doing something. I like to be doing something active and just. But listen, DJ Moore, I think maybe he exaggerated a little bit. I think maybe this is probably being taken out of context because I'm sure he does do something
I tell you
active
what he
wise
hadn't
in the
done,
offseason.
made a Pro Bowl or an All Pro team. He hadn't done that. Was DJ Moore a first round pick? But let me guess. Okay, when he was in Carolina,
Hey,
we talked that up. Okay, he was at, so what? So that explains it.
hey, DJ Moore nice now. Don't do that. DJ Moore nice. Did you see
Well,
DJ Moore and CJ and Justin Fields go to
hold
work this
on.
year?
So if he's so nice, is he a top 10 receiver?
Top
Top
10?
10.
He
No, I ain't
could
talking about
be.
could be right now.
Listen, I don't have everybody's name.
Okay. You taking him over Tyreek. You taking him over CD. You taking him over AJ Brown.
Come on
You
now,
taking him,
now you naming all the
I
you
gotta
naming all
get
the
the
top
10,
dogs now.
Ocho. Damn.
Okay, get the 10 then.
Okay.
Keep going.
So Tyreek, CD, AJ Brown, Puka. Who you got about? Give me the receivers that made the Pro Bowl. As you gonna put that. Give me the receivers that made the Pro Bowl.
Mike
Mike Evans,
Evans.
Amon-Ra
Okay.
St. Brown, Justin
Okay, that's
Jefferson,
6.
Jamar Chase.
Ooh.
I know. Ooh,
Ooh,
no, no, no,
shit.
no. Ooh, no, don't do all that. Don't do all that.
Come on, give me 2 more.
You taking Zay Flowers over him?
Ooh.
Hold on. Let how this go. I'm gonna have to go.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
Devontae
DJ.
Adams. You taking Devontae over him?
Oh, hey, you know what? Maybe he's not in the top 10. Maybe he's not in the top 10, right?
I don't know.
Stay
No,
with
no,
me
no.
now.
We can't do maybe. That ain't what we do here, though, Joe. Is he a top 10 receiver? It's a simple yes or a simple no.
Okay, he tier two. Tier two. Tier two. You know how you say they're tiers of receivers. He's a great tier two with the ability to be tier one.
I'm taking
Can I do
Pittman
that?
over him. I'm taking Nico Collins over him. I'm taking Pittman from Indy over him. I'm taking Nico Collins of the Houston Texans over him. You are too. I'm taking Amari Cooper over him. You are too. And what about your dog? I thought you loved George Pickens. Now you don't like Pickens?
Oh, that's my
What about
dog.
DK Metcalf?
Right? That's that
Oh,
boy
what
too.
about Debo?
You see,
What about
hey,
Debo?
do you see Debo?
What about
Brandon
now,
Ayuk?
Now I'm at 18. I just gave you 18 guys.
But listen, you understand how well DJ Moore played this season? Do you understand
And
what
he's
DJ
still
Moore
not top.
did for the Chicago
He
Bears
about to
this
get out of the
season?
top 20. You keep on talking. I'm gonna name some more guys.
I don't like where you're going with this, I don't. You may listen. You're making me uncomfortable.
I'm gonna keep on.
Making me
You keep
uncomfortable.
on talking. I'm gonna name some more guys. I want to stop. I ain't
Listen,
even put Brandon Ayuk in there yet.
Yeah, I called his name already.
You ain't called Brandon Ayuk.
I did. I said Ayuk. I said Ayuk.
Okay.
When you said Debo, I said Brandon Ayuk. Listen, I think this is being blown out of proportion. I think out of context. I think he might have said this jokingly. I didn't see the interview. I didn't see where it was said, but I guarantee you, he didn't really mean it like that. He didn't mean it like that. I trust me. All receivers, they all work out in the all season. They all get together. They all do something. I think obviously the Disney World thing is might have been a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I think he probably does smoke cigars. I bet he probably does drink
I
Mountain
ain't even
Dew.
put D Hop in there.
Hey boy, Mr. Consistency. Probably the best hands of all time. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, you done named some dogs.
And the guy we done pretend like we done forgot about him. My cup runneth over, Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah, Mr. Triple Crown. Hey, you know what the league
receiver,
right
that
now
receiver deep
is the receiver. The receivers are
you make
deep.
the Pro Bowl or you make an All Pro team, you should be honored.
Yeah, you that boy.
You
that
should
boy.
be honored.
Because based off everybody's name you just named,
you know what, Ocho?
That's a tough crowd. That's a tough crowd, man.
Because think about it. In the mid 80s until like the mid 90s, it was one spot available for first team All Pro. Jerry was gonna get one.
Right.
So now you got my brother, you got Chris Carter, you got Herman Moore, you got Andre Rison, you got Andre Reed, you got Tim Brown, you got all those guys fighting for one spot. Because Jerry gonna get the other one. You already know.
Yeah.
Jerry gonna get 150 targets. What you want?
Right.
Isaac Bruce, all those guys you talking about, there was one spot available.
Yeah. Jimmy Smith.
Yes.
Damn. Hey, you know what's funny? There have been some great receivers that aren't spoken on enough.
Yeah.
And now that you've mentioned that, you're jogging my memory of the 80s, of the 90s, the early 2000s, and even today's game. The receivers have always been plentiful.
Always. It's always been loaded. Always.
Oh, that's crazy when you think about it like that.
Always been.
But DJ Moore is good.
Yeah, he's a solid receiver.
DJ Moore is DJ Moore is good. I really don't think.
You know what?
I don't think he really meant what he was saying here, though.
What guys try to do, oh man, I'm doing all this and I don't really work out. But come on, bro. Nobody looking at you like, oh man, you in the NFL, so what? You got to the NFL and you didn't work out at all? So you just got here. You the only player that ever got to the NFL. So you be the first and only player that doesn't work out in the NFL. Stop.
He work out. I know he do, because you wouldn't be able to have the season you had this year and not work out. You wouldn't have been able to do some of the things you did in the past when you were with the Panthers without working out. He put that work in. He should.
But see, I named 20 receivers.
I don't like.
Well,
you
the one that said, "Let me think." You talking about maybe? Let me think about it. So I named 10. You said no. I named 10 more.
That's you put me in an uncomfortable spot with my fellas, man.
Check this out. Bulls fan boo widow of Jerry Krause during the Bulls Ring of Honor ceremony. Ocho is embarrassing.
You know what? Wait a minute. Stay with me. You understand people. You understand how people are very fickle. People have a memory. People have understanding. The way he was depicted in The Last Dance gave me a better understanding on why they might have booed. People I think should be forgiving for the fact the way
But
he was
that's not
depicted
Jerry Krause.
in The
That's his
Last Dance with Michael
wife.
Jordan.
That's his wife, Ocho.
But them people don't. What we talk? What you looking for graciousness from society? But you know
I
they
look
don't
at
play
it
that. I don't agree with the booing. I'm just trying to get people to understand that okay, you're connected to someone that had something to do with back in the days. Things didn't sit well. From my understanding, he didn't treat people as well as he should have, and this was the result.
Oh,
This
and we,
this is
and
the
we forgot
result.
Stephon Diggs too.
Ooh. You, wait, you, come on.
I ain't mentioned Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Drake London. I'm done. I'm done with it, Ocho. I'm done. We passed.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah. And so you would have a better
Let me ask you a
understanding
question.
in historic sense of Jerry Krause and what happened. I had to do my homework though in understanding why
Can I
they
ask you a
booed.
question? Did Michael
Yes,
Jordan
sir.
treat everybody great?
Did
I'm
he?
asking you. You saw The Last Dance.
Oh,
You told me you saw The Last Dance. So when The Last Dance was depicted,
yeah.
did he treat everybody great? Yes or no?
No. I
So,
think that was part of what made him great.
but it didn't make Jerry Krause great. Oh, so treating people bad only makes one person great, not the other. Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
No. Listen. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a different individual. Michael Jordan moved and acted a certain way, and that way is what made him who he is
E-
today, which is why he's the greatest of all
Even
time.
no matter what you think about Michael Jordan, without Jerry Krause,
Yes,
there are
sir.
no titles. Jerry Krause put this together. You know how we know? Because when Michael Jordan had an opportunity to put a team together in Washington and he had 15 years to put the Bobcats together, how many titles did they win?
Mm-hmm. What that's the timing,
Ain't no timing.
the timing and players the timing and players available at that time to be able to put a team together is
He
very
traded
important. Very
Charles
important.
Oakley and got Bill Cartwright. He moved up and got Scottie Pippen. He got Horace Grant. He got Tony Kukoc. We got to give this man credit. If you want to give Michael Jordan credit for winning, give the guy that built it credit for doing that. I don't know what. Listen, and I get it. The way he was depicted.
Yeah.
But they don't want to give him no credit. They make it seem
much...
like Michael Jordan. Okay, Michael Jordan says, I want Scottie Pippen. I want Ho Grant. Or as a matter of fact, why don't you trade? He didn't like none of the moves. He didn't like when they got rid of Doug Collins, his guy.
Yeah. Listen, you know more about basketball. You know more about the history of basketball. I had to look up when I saw about the booing. I had to look up and see why are they booing so and so. Why does the widow have to?
Yes.
Then so I am not really knowledgeable on what Jerry Krause did back in that day. I did see The Last Dance. I understood the issues that Mike might have had with Jerry. But it's unfortunate. But asking for grace from people in this era and society in general, boy, you know people they ain't forgiving. They ain't forgetting nothing
Jerry
either.
Krause was the one that brought in Tex Winter and Phil Jackson, implement the triangle offense. What we see a lot of teams run. The Lakers won 5 championships with that offense. The Bulls won 6.
With Phil Jackson.
Steve Kerr was also there, which he ended up taking that to the Golden State Warriors, drafted Horace Grant, traded Odin Polynice for a guy named Scottie Pippen, flipped Charles Oakley for Bill Cartwright, the starting center on the 91-92 championship team, scouted and selected Tony Kukoc in the 90 draft that would become an integral part. And then he picked up Ron Harper in 94, traded Will Perdue for the Worm. Huh? You mean to tell me he did all that? And you booed a man that did that?
Yeah. You know it'd be dope. It would be dope. Well, obviously we don't have the opportunity, but it would be dope to hear people that are from Chicago during that era, or maybe people that are just fans of the game in general. Maybe that's even in the chat watching. Why? How do you feel about it? Why would you boo? Why did they boo? To get a better understanding on why, because it has to be deeper than what we talking about.
because
It
because of the
has
way
to
he
be. It
because of
has
the
to
way
be
he let
something
me I
else.
tell you what, it would be the equivalent when New England go and they put Bill Belichick in the ring and they boo him because he traded Tom Brady. What? Why
Nah,
not? Why not? Why
that
not?
ain't
Why
enough.
not?
That
Why
ain't
not?
enough. It's been what, 7 years? Or how many years since I mean, Mr. Krause passed away? What, 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Uh, maybe so.
I think so. I think so. But something that long ago, I don't think the people of New England aren't booing because he traded Tom Brady.
I'm just saying if they did. I'm just saying if they
Right.
booed Coach Belichick.
Or using that as an
Yes.
example on them booing. Okay, okay. I see you going with it. It has to be more than
More
that.
than what?
It
And
got to
people
be
keep
more
saying,
than
"Oh,
that.
he alienated who?" Because Michael was trying to trade Michael like North Carolina players. Jerry Krause knew
Hmm.
that those North Carolina players. Yeah, you tell me I can get James Worthy, I'll take it. If you tell me I can get Sam Perkins, yes. But all those
Yeah,
other guys, they couldn't play. He
mm,
told no.
that's tough.
I know to be able to look Michael Jordan, who was the face of the league, and says, no, I'm not
Hmm.
trading for those guys. I don't want those guys on this team, and those guys can't help us win. Look at the guys, what
Right.
he did. He did that. And y'all,
Yeah.
they boo for what? I bet you 50% of the people wasn't even
Mhm.
around, wasn't even there when Jerry Krause was
During
running the
that time,
Bulls.
I have a question. Let's say with all the changes and the people that Jerry Krause brought in, you take Michael Jordan out the equation, do they still win those 6 championships?
I tell you, I don't believe you take if you take Jerry Krause out of there, I don't believe you win those 6 championships. I believe they go hand in hand. He put that team together.
So,
How many championships he won before Krause
okay.
took over?
Was Mike
Yes, he was
there?
there in '84. He got there in '84. He's the third pick in the draft behind.
Oh, that's his
Yeah,
rookie. Oh,
yeah.
rookie year. I mean, ain't how many rookies
Okay,
have taken
85.
a team
Okay,
to a national?
85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Not, I mean, well, damn.
So he didn't win till year 6, huh?
He won in
Jordan?
91.
Okay. Yeah, you might be right. You might be on to
Coach
something.
Belichick,
You might be on to
all I'm
something.
saying is the equivalent. Coach Belichick put the Patriots together. He deserves some credit, no matter even if you
Right.
don't want, if you want to say Jordan deserved Jordan and Phil, we want to give the guys that actually compete the lion's share of the credit. I got no problem with that.
Hmm.
I really don't, Ocho.
Right.
But to
Hmm.
say that this man had no bearing or minimal bearing in the success
Right.
of the Bulls is just not true. It's just
Right.
not true. Because if it was that easy,
Yeah.
why isn't everybody winning championships? If just anybody could just willy nilly, arbitrarily just put a team together,
Nah.
why doesn't it work like that?
Nah, shit me. Listen, timing and the right people coming along, putting the puzzle together. Those were the right pieces to the puzzle, which is why we're able to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, even I understand it. I'm not big on basketball. You know that. I'm not big on basketball. I had a time where I was able to watch Jordan, you know, as I was growing up, my grandfather watching Jordan. So I was forced to have to watch during that time. Didn't know what the hell was
Yes.
going on, but got an understanding on how great Jordan is as I continue to grow and get older, and understanding he was a standard. He was a standard on what
Right.
greatness is. So I somewhat understood. I already know. Listen, ain't no way in hell y'all should be booing what Jerry
Yeah.
Krause
And
did for that organization during that time. But then I also understand society, and that they are not forgiven at all. Whatever it may be, there's a bad taste that was left in their mouth. I'm not
that
sure what
didn't
that
boo
taste
Jordan. That didn't
is.
boo Jordan when he retired for a year and a half.
We talk
What?
about Joe. We talk
Well,
about
you need
that
to make up
boy,
your mind.
man.
You say society is not forgiving. Are they forgiving or are they not?
You don't think Jordan ever got booed? You saw what they did to LeBron, huh? When LeBron left Cleveland, you see them burning jerseys.
I'm saying Jordan. You said society's unforgiving. They welcomed him with open arms. I get. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, people are upset because the way it was portrayed in The Last Dance is that he broke up the championship team. Did he not put it together?
So he is the reason it broke up.
That's what it was portrayed as. I don't know.
I mean, what do you think? What do you
Jerry
think
Reinsdorf felt. Scottie Pippen was on his leg. You remember Scottie Pippen, that back had gone out. Dennis Rodman had started. They had started to age. I would have loved to see them come back at least one more year and to see. Maybe he broke it up a year early. He says, I'd rather break it up a year early as opposed to a year late. It's the same thing. Are the New England Patriots fans going to say, Bill, you broke our championship up because we could have got another championship with Tom Brady?
It had 7. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Coach Belichick picked all the players. He made all the trades. Yes, Tom was the guy that's making all those comebacks. Yes. But if we're going to give Coach Belichick for putting it together, because it seems like to me, Mr. Krause says, yeah, okay, you had 3 years to put something else together, and it's not. Hey, things happen. People be together. People been married for 25 years, and all of a sudden they grow apart.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, I just look, and I get it, but I just don't. I'll never understand why. It's kind of like Commissioner Goodell. Like every time he goes somewhere, they booed him. What y'all booed him for? Because y'all saw somebody else boo, and y'all saw this fan base boo, and that fan base boo, and y'all keep that bull jive going. It's dumb, actually, for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out, what are you booing for? Tell me, what are you booing for?
Every draft.
Y'all still watch it. The ratings go up every single year. The attendance go up every single year. But every time he come back for the draft, y'all boo. Why?
You booing.
But I just want to know why you're booing.
Right.
Well, it just seems like they started it once upon a time. Well, he suspended my favorite player, or he did this, and so let's just keep it going.
Yeah.
I'm just.
There's always a reason behind it. And if you ask 100 people what's the reason for booing, you'll get 100 different answers. If you ask 100 different people that are from Chicago or basketball fans of that time, during that tenure, during that era, why y'all booing Mr. Krause? He's not even here. His wife is here. It's disrespectful. You get 100 different answers on why.
I'm trying to figure out. Somebody tweeted about, Unc, you a 1,000% company man. How? I've been called a lot of things in my life. That's one thing I've never been called. A company guy. I guess I am a company guy because this is my damn show. You're exactly right. I'm a company guy. This is my ish. So y'all just keep tweeting that, oh, you company this, you company that. You're absolutely right. Nightcap is my creation. This is me and Ocho. So we get to say what the F we want. You're right. I am a company. Now that I think about it, Ocho, I'm the damn company. Shay Media is me.
Wait, hold on. You got me lost now. You got to give me a better understanding of when somebody calls you a company guy.
When you don't agree with what they agree with, they say you're a company person. So, like when I was on FS1, people were like, "Oh, you're a company." How?
Yeah.
You remember when Colin Kaepernick came out? I was the only one on television that took the stance that I took. They didn't even put it on the YouTube channel. I took that hit when everybody was saying, man, it is what it is. It was fun while it lasted. If they say, Shannon, take your butt home, I still had 2.5 years left on my contract. I'd have went home. I say what I want.
Right.
I do my homework. Y'all can't get mad. Listen, I understand. I don't want everybody to agree with everything that I say. I don't think people should ever disagree. But I'm speaking. This is me talking. Here it is right here. This is me right here. I got this for you. This is what you can see right there. See? There you go right there. There you go right there. That's it. Boop. There it is. There it is, Ocho. That's it. So don't get mad. I think it was distasteful for them to boo that man's widow. Okay. I go to my grave believing that.
Yeah.
That man, man did not harm. So you see how fans get so invested into a team. That man ain't harmed none of them personally. That man ain't do nothing to their family. Nothing. And they booed him. Why?
Yeah.
Well, he broke our championship team up. Well, if it was so easy to put one together, why the hell you hadn't put one together in damn near 25 years?
Yeah, that's different. That's very, very difficult.
So
Hey,
maybe
listen,
he should have
look
got
what
some
happened.
credit, more credit than he deserved.
What do players do? What do players do, or what do fans do when a player goes to another team and they come back to play in that stadium? They boo him every time.
Let me ask you a question. Let's
Every
just say,
time.
for the sake of argument, the Miami Heat retires LeBron jersey. You think they're gonna boo LeBron when he go back there?
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
When they retire his
Hell no.
jersey in Cleveland, you think they would? You think they go?
You know damn well they ain't booing him out there in
Thank you.
Cleveland.
That's all I'm
Absolutely
saying,
not.
Ocho. That's all I'm saying. You mean to tell me for one night that man will? You could see it in her face, the heartbreak, the anguish, the hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, it's one thing about it. Fans don't forget nothing, and they don't show you no grace. If they all feel a certain way collectively, no matter who it is. But it was distasteful and disgraceful.
Absolutely. Bad question. She Black says, Shannon, I brought your yak. I tasted cherry note on the finish. I'm still learning it though. I appreciate that, Sheed. I greatly appreciate your support. Yeah, we got a little marshmallow, a little, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get you up to speed on it. But I appreciate the support. I really, really do. Remember, we pinned the link for Shea by Laporte at the top of the chat, and we greatly appreciate the support. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because that's the only way we grow. That's the only way. Make sure you get those notifications, because moving forward, hey, things might pop up, and I'm gonna hit Ocho up. Hey, Ocho, we need to jump on the live tonight. And so to make sure you get those notifications that Ocho and Unc and Ocho will be going live on any given day at any given time. So we want you to make sure you don't miss anything. So please hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications on to make sure you don't miss a live episode of Unc and Ocho. Anise 81 said, Ocho, Unc, why they act like Travis Kelce, GOAT tight end, he can't see prime GOAT? I got 4 years plus reason why Gronk, the GOAT tight end, no disrespect, prime Gronk was him. Look, to each his own. I think Travis Kelce, for me, is the GOAT based on what he's done, his large body of work. I mean, 9 consecutive Pro Bowls. He had an outside chance, I think, what was going to be his 8th consecutive 1,000-yard season, but he set the game. Because remember, he missed the first game and the last game. So he'd had 9. That's something. No tight end has ever had more than 2 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. He's done it 8 times. And as much as you say, y'all make it seem like a nephew ain't show up in the playoffs. I know Gronk has showed up in the playoffs, but y'all act like he hasn't.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see, had injuries not robbed Gronk of some of those seasons. Now we could have a more. But for me, that's just me. I mean, to each his own. I mean, some people say, okay, I still got Gronk. But for me, I think Trav, when I do his body of work in totality, I do playoff big games. There's never been a game in which you said, man, Trav ain't have it today. Not in the playoffs.
Right.
And the totality of his regular season and postseason, for me, that's just me. But to each his own. If you got Gronk, that's okay.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where you can't go wrong either way you go. It's a win-win. It's all on preference. I think when it comes to that point, you got to be damn near meticulous on, well, this one didn't do this. You know, you got to nitpick and you got to find something wrong that the other didn't do, because it's a win-win either way you go. Gronk, Kelce, again, at the end of the day, I do it all the time when it comes to receivers that are just great in their own right. Listen, 2 different styles of players. They still play the same position. They both get it done. They just get it done differently. You know, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and that's what they've showed. I mean, you just got to pick the person that you like based on preference.
But that's what it comes down to, Ocho. But here's the thing. When you're talking about the two best, it shouldn't be a runaway. It should be close. It should be.
Right.
Well, I mean, we're not talking about a 80s Rolls Royce in a 72 Pinto. I mean, it should be
Right.
close, Ocho. So we're talking about two
Yeah.
guys that dominated their era. But I think the only discussion that we can have is between those two guys. And I have the utmost respect for Big Kellen Winslow Sr., Ozzie,
Yeah.
Mackey, Dick. I have the utmost respect for those guys. Witten has great numbers, and man, and Gates, my dog.
Antonio.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when it comes
Antonio
down
was
to,
nice, boy.
body of work, regular season and postseason, it's those two. It really is. It's those two. And I'm
Right.
so to each his own, wherever you want to rank them. But for me, I think Kelce is.
I like it. I like it. I
Uh
like it.
Jamal Grant asks, under the right coach, can Kyle Pitts be Shannon Sharpe 2.0? And don't lie. Yes, he can be better because he has fast. I love the way he moves. I like see when I watch a guy, I like to see how fluid he is. I like to see can he drop his hip? Can he drop his hips? Can he get in and out of breaks? Can I do something with him? Because can he be more than an inline tight end? Can I put him in the slot? Can I put him out wide? Can he run a out route? Can he run a slant route? How much can I do with him? Kyle Pitts is a guy.
He does all
He's a
of
guy
that.
that I can do a majority. I can put a lot of different things on his plate, and he can eat it all. So yes, he absolutely can be that. A big catch rated. He's what, 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'5", 4'4".
Yeah, man, absolutely.
But you know what the problem is you can put a lot on his plate and he can eat it all, but the goddamn Falcons ain't know what to do with him. The Falcons ain't know what to do with him. I'm not sure who was calling the plays. I'm not sure where the creativity came in when it came to calling the plays with a player of his caliber. Even coming off injury, his 80% and not being 100 is still better than most.
And the thing is, Ocho, when you get the guy had 1,000 yards as a rookie. He ain't very many tight ends. The only tight end I can think of that's ever had 1,000 yards as a rookie is Mike Ditka. You got to go back to the 60s. This kid had 1,000 yards, not say a kid, but he's a young man. So forgive me. This young man had 1,000 yards as a true rookie. And I understand that he got hurt, but you got to give him opportunities. You got to give him opportunities. And he got a Drake London.
Yeah.
Man, please. I'm not saying what he should have had. I believe he should have had more opportunities and targets than what he got.
Right.
And what he does with those, but look, you got to get somebody that can get him the ball. Come on, man. You got Tyler Heineke and Taylor. Was it Taylor? Taylor Heineke. He got Heineke and Desmond Ridder. Come on, man.
Desmond Ridder.
You look at the tight ends. Look at the tight ends that made the Pro Bowl and look who they got throwing to them.
Yeah.
You look at Kelce. Look at Kittle. Look at Laporta. And Njoku. And Njoku came when Flacco took over, and Njoku took off.
Yeah.
That's it. You just got to give somebody
crazy how that works.
Someone can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't know how to use them and you can't get them the ball, so what is it? What is it?
That's exactly what they did over there in Atlanta.
Ocho, the difference is somebody that knows a cook, a chef, whatever you want to call them, can come in your come look in your refrigerator and make you a meal. Those same ingredients, you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
That's what a player is. That's an ingredient. Unless you know what the hell to do with it, it's just sitting there. And that's what we see far too many times. Well, this is my system. Your system ain't worth a damn if you don't use the players that you have. You got to cater your system to the players that you have. Don't tell about the players cater to your system.
Yeah, and that's the lack of creativity that most offensive coordinators have.
For sure.
Because ego gets in the way. This is my system. I know how to work it. Instead of not really changing your system, but allowing those that are in it to benefit and help you and make you look well. Because if you have a great system and you use the players that you have in your system, that obviously opens up doors for you as well. But I don't think they see it like that.
Well, clearly they don't, because they're not using them adequately. because I think he should be.
Yeah.
There's not a season in which he should not have 85 to 100 balls for 1,000 yards, especially with 17 games now.
Easily.
Hell, I had my old ass had in 15 games, I had 770 yards and 8 touchdowns my last year in the league. Hell, I know these young dudes should be able to top that at least.
Yeah. Shit. Sound like you can still play.
What? Man, my old ass ain't get out there. Ocho, we got 41,000.
You been in the weight room too?
That's just to keep the people up off me. I ain't got to take no hits. I can't take no hits, Ocho. I ain't gonna lie. Man, you hit me, I'm gonna shatter like ice. You know, you drop ice on the floor in the kitchen, Ocho, and it go all over the place.
Yeah.
Somebody hit me like that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna disperse all over the place. Ocho, we got 41,000 in the chat. Thank each and every one of you that's in the chat. Please make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're now at 776,000 subscribers. We got a goal. What's our goal for next week, Ocho? Next Sunday this time, we got to be at 800K.
Yeah, listen,
Thursday. Hell nah. Thursday.
Thursday? Okay.
Thursday.
Okay. I still have a feeling for some reason. I'm not sure why. I feel like before we do that before we do that live show in Vegas, some tell me we're gonna be at 1 million. Yeah. And it's gonna be perfect because obviously, I've never had alcohol before. I've never drank before, but I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate, and I'm saying, God forgive me. But if we hit that 1 million before we hit that live show in Super Bowl in Vegas, I'm finna drink some of that cognac. I'm gonna get me some of that cognac.
Lord forgive you for what you gonna do to Rail that night. You get some of that in your system. That's what you need to ask forgiveness for.
Wait, what happened when you get alcohol in your system?
That brown boy, you ain't never had no liquor wood.
Come on now, you know how to drink now. Talk to me now.
You heard about the Great Depression? 1929.
Yeah. We studied that in we studied that
that's
in
how
school.
it's gonna be. That thing be hard like the Great Depression. Yeah, just like that, Ocho. Mm-hmm.
Hey, is you think that's one of the reasons why people drink in general?
You can't. You don't need but a little bit. You can do. Sometimes you can overdo it.
Right.
But boy, hey, I'm gonna have a couple of them diamonds on me. I'm gonna slip one too. Hey,
let me.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me get one of them things now. Let me get one of them things. Let me hold one of them things. Listen, I tried to hit my doctor up. And I told him about the blue diamond, and write me a prescription. Man, he didn't know what the hell I was talking about, man. It must be another name for them shit.
Yeah, it's another name for him.
You're not saying the real name.
But everybody know what it is. Look at the chat. Y'all tell him what them diamonds are, them blue diamonds are.
I don't know what it is, but I told my doctor, man, I want to get the blue diamonds that Unc be talking about. I even showed him a clip. And Unc, he talk about, man, he don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm ready. We gotta hit a chat. Tell your family, tell your uncles, tell your cousins, tell your co-workers. Please get us to 1 million.
We need that bad.
Please get us to 1 million before we get the Super Bowl in Vegas.
I wanted to say personally, thank you guys. The Cat Williams interview is now at 47 million views. So all of you guys that have watched it, that have told a family or a friend or a loved one to watch it, those guys that have downloaded, from the bottom of my heart, I sincerely thank you. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sitting down with Cat. I see where he's adding more tour dates, which is great, because I definitely benefited by having him on the show. And so hopefully he's benefiting. People getting an opportunity to see just how funny he is and get an opportunity to see him. I think he's going to come back to L.A. in May, and I'm definitely going to be at his show.
Let me use the bathroom real quick.
Don't be going to do no number 2. You'll stanky. Hey, close the door and turn the water on. Nobody want to hear you be going peeing on the microphone. Stop talking. I don't know why people like talking when they go to the bathroom. Man, shut up and do your business and get up out of there. Man, I go in the bathroom. Hey, aren't you? No, I ain't nobody. Shh, be quiet. I ain't nothing to talk about. Man, where did we get up out of here? We talking like you know me or something. I ain't got nothing to say when I'm at the urinal. And I don't know where they get that from. I mean, who started that? Chad, who started talking to one another in the bathroom? What we talking about? So what we saying is so important, it can't wait till we get our ass up out the bathroom. And I'm not going to shake your hand when you coming in or out of the bathroom, because I don't see too many people go in there and don't watch that and just pull the luggage right up out of there. And y'all want a brother to come up in there and shake your hand. Nah, bro, let's go to the hey, hit these knuckles up, because I ain't got nothing for you. Hey, I'm telling you now. So, hey, no, I'm not shaking your hand in the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
Man, people be talking.
They try to shake your hand in the bathroom?
Y'all be talking. See, just like you was talking about, okay, why you talking while you in the bathroom?
Oh, no. I was just letting you know.
You came out it right quick. Did you wash your hands?
Huh? Oh, I ain't even got the grab, huh? I ain't even got the grab.
What, you squat? You squatted? Huh?
Nah, because it fall in the water.
Man, go ahead on, man.
I can't do it. I'm just hey, well, hey, let's say you all in my personal business. I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying
you came up out of there right quick. But I'm just saying though, I'm saying in the bathroom, man. I don't really like to talk. Yeah. If I'm at the urinal, I don't be liking to talk.
Oh yeah. Listen, you got listen, people, chat, y'all got to understand bathroom etiquette in general. Bathroom etiquette in general. When you go to games, when you go to places, you always skip a urinal. Always skip a urinal, and you never hold a conversation. You don't make eye contact. You don't look left. You don't look right. You look straight ahead. You don't try to peek over. You don't do none of that. That's some people, a lot of people are lacking that. A lot of people, I done had people follow me in the bathroom. Well, what's up, Ocho? I just wanted to come say what up.
No, you could say that out in the hall.
Come on, bro. I'm gonna catch you on the outside, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Listen, I love you, but you got to have some type of etiquette, especially bathroom etiquette. You don't do that, man. That's rule number one.
And if you want to shake hands, y'all. Come on, bro. I done saw too many people go into the bathroom and come up out the stall, because I'm already assuming you don't lock the door. Because me, when I go in there, I'm just peeing. I ain't never going to no bathroom and go use the bathroom, do number two.
You don't do number two in public?
At the airport?
Boy, y'all.
It got to be at least if I'm stranded 24, 48 hours and I ain't got nowhere to go. But I'm talking about just a normal flight. Oh, no.
I don't. Man, listen, I'll do number one, number two, number three. It don't matter.
You do it three, all both of them, huh? Nasty ass.
Yep, it don't. I'm just telling you, it don't matter. Listen, when you got to go, you got to go. All that, holding yourself and messing up your bowel movement, and you got your stomach be hurting.
Your stomach gonna be hurting. The bathroom nasty. They nasty, Ocho. They nasty.
Wasn't it?
The bathroom nasty.
The places you go, the establishment you go, because you are a man of class. You ain't nothing nasty.
I'm talking about the airport. You go in the airport bathroom.
All you got to do is take the toilet paper. They got the little seat cushions for you. You lay the seat up. You dress the seat up and you sit down.
They can't put a new pair of pants and shoes on that thing to make me go sit on it.
So you don't use the bathroom in the airport?
Why? I don't be eating all kind of food because I already know what's gonna mess my stomach up, so I don't eat food with it. I definitely ain't going, and I can't go on no plane because I'm too big. Hey, I have to leave the door. I have to leave the door open, Ocho. I'll be my head out the window like this here, Ocho. They say close the door. I said I can't. That's all I got for him, Ocho. So the plane out for me.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, but listen, I maybe it's just me. I've always been that way. I have no problem using the bathroom. I don't care where I am. When I gotta go, I gotta go. If they got toilet tissue, I'm a double it though. Sometimes when you go to establishments, most establishments use one-ply toilet tissue. But that's not the good one, because your wipe that your goddamn finger go right through there now. Yeah, I always layer it twice. Lay it down on the toilet, sit down, get comfortable.
I go in the woods first. I'd rather go in the woods.
Get on my phone.
I'd rather go in the woods. Ocho, I tell you what,
I find comfort in using the bathroom in public. I keep
a roll of toilet paper in my car and my truck. I go to the woods first. Yeah, for sure. I hit the woods.
You know, you out there in the country, so I
Oh yeah.
understand that.
Oh, I done pulled side the
I
road, left
understand
them
that.
flashes on plenty of time. Run right up in the woods. Oh nah. But I got
Well,
that from my granddad. That's how my granddad was. So my
yeah.
granddad always kept a roll of toilet paper in his cars. I always keep a roll of toilet.
Mhm.
I mean, people like, man, why you got a roll of toilet paper? In case of emergency.
Right.
I hit them
Okay.
woods.
Okay. I like
Hey,
that.
I did it for 20. I did it for
Listen,
20 years.
I don't know. Them woods ain't nothing to play with because you don't know
I
what's
know
out
what's
there.
out there.
You
I
never
know what's
know.
gonna be out there when I leave. That was gonna be out there. That was gonna be out there when I leave, Ocho. Man.
Oh shit. Baby. You heard man, he be out there shitting in the woods.
Oh, I will. Lady Ray said, I hope you're feeling better. How do you handle hearing someone fart in a bathroom? I laugh out loud.
Listen, you go to that urinal, and somebody else in there with you, you're gonna hear it every time.
Oh man.
Every time.
Man. What's the thing for me? I mean, I pretend like I don't really hear it, but it's when they're in the stalls and all you hear.
Mhm.
I said, God damn. I said, what the? I said, man. I say, bro.
Hell no.
Hey, and sometimes I say, hey, bro, we need a courtesy flush. Man, God, come on, bro. I mean,
yeah, courtesy flush. Courtesy flush is also a part of bathroom
I'm like,
etiquette.
bro, what you trying to do? See how much you can put up in there? Man, flush that down. Y'all big babies. Man, people nasty, Ocho. People.
The locker room, but the locker room, man, them boys, man, funny, hilarious.
Ocho, them don't be.
It's always the big ass lineman too.
Man, I said, come on, man. I like, man, people. I'm like, oh, bro. I said, I don't know what you ate, but I was like, bro, can we get a courtesy flush, bro? I understand it's the bathroom, but god dang.
Yeah, something. I ain't had too many run-ins like that, but
man, see, Ocho, I'm like, hey, bro,
that's
hey,
funny.
courtesy flush, bro. Come on now. I mean, sometimes I think they be trying to see how much they can pile up in there, man. Let that go. You did that. Trust me. That's you. You know what, lady? I ain't gonna lie. I just honestly, real talk, Ocho. I really like hold my breath when I go into the bathroom.
How you gonna hold? Come on now, you being extra now. You can't hold your breath
Ocho,
that long.
I mean, Ocho, it's not like I'm ordering. I already know what I got to do when I get in there.
Yeah. Hey, you say it's not
I'm
like
ordering anything. Ain't no menu. Hell, I already know what I got to do. I'm gonna go pee and I'm coming up out of there.
Well, you can't hold your breath.
I can hold my breath for 2 minutes.
Come on now, Navy SEAL.
Ocho.
You ain't holding your breath no 2. You know how long 2 minutes is holding your breath?
Ocho, from the time I walk in, I'm saying I could hold my breath for 2 minutes. I ain't gonna be in that long, Ocho. How you know you go in the bathroom? What you doing? You watching like, hey man, that's a nice luggage you got. Hey, what's your name? Hey, you a Bengals fan? Hey, where you from? You carrying on conversation. Who talking in the bathroom? You talking in the bathroom?
I don't talk in the bathroom. I have bathroom etiquette. I always eyes ahead, straightforward, front and center. Don't make eye contact with nobody. Don't look left. Don't look right. Don't look down. Straight ahead. I'm in there. Wash your hands.
I mean, them niggas don't be washing their hands, Ocho. I told you to come up out the stall and just grab that luggage and bone up out of there.
And walk out. Oh shit. I ain't seen that because I don't be looking. I be boom. I'm darting up out of there. Straight boom. Handle my business. Number one, number two.
Like I said, man, I'm trying to get in and out. I'm trying to treat it like a Jiffy Lube. I'm trying to get in and out in under 2 minutes. Jiffy Lube is 10 minutes. I'm trying to get in and out in under 2 minutes, bro. I'm going in there. Hey, I ain't got no conversation, bro. Hey,
yeah.
You know, hey, Sterling Sharpe. I said, bro, you loud and wrong. Do what I got to do, and I'm up out of there, Ocho. Hey, we'll talk once we get outside. We ain't got nothing to talk about in no bathroom. That's just me. I mean, to each his own. I don't, people that want to talk, y'all can talk, but that ain't. I don't rock like that.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I don't have them problems.
Ronald Schopenfield asks, "What you got in that red Solo cup? Water. I'm trying to stay hydrated, man. Your boy. I'm not as bad as I was Thursday night, but I still am not 100%. But Ocho told me he needed me to show up, so I got to show up and get the people what y'all came to see.
What you drinking again?
Water.
Okay.
Water.
Right, you sipping water? Normally, when people drink water, they just
Nah. I'm just trying. Like I said, I try to keep my throat moist because, and
right,
normally I would just have a bottle,
right,
but
right. Most people drink a bottle of
no,
water.
but you ain't finna drink no. Well, if somebody want a sponsorship, I drink the bottle of water, and I get you a bottle of water too. Ain't nobody getting no free advertising on this thing.
I see where you going now. I see where you
As
going.
a matter of fact, I'm about to hit Solo up on Monday. Hey, what's up? Well, I'm gonna be drinking out of a coffee mug, a plain white coffee mug.
Okay, I like it. I see you going with it. Product placement. I like it.
So Yut said, "Hey, Unc Ocho, what happened to on the bull today, or was that old footage?" What?
Who was on the bull?
Huh? Why y'all talk? What y'all? Oh Lord, have mercy! There y'all go with that pause.
What happened?
They say because
what you said.
I said I have to keep my throat moist. But they talk about pause on.
You know what? I ain't. You know what? That went right across my head right there too. I'm gonna go ahead and throw your pause in there. Go ahead and pause that.
Well, the thing is, Ocho, because I'm a little under the weather, and Ash over here, patient -0, got me sick again.
Wait, where you at?
I'm
you in LA?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold out there, huh?
It's a look. You hear a hooping and hollering. And I told her she was quarantined. She could do the same thing from the other room, but she do it right here, which is type this stuff into my iPad. I told her she quarantined in one room, and she walking all through the house.
Oh, so she got you sick? Oh yeah. You got to get some vitamin. Is it vitamin C?
I have been on, man. I've been trying some of everything. I just got to,
It ain't working.
I mean, it
ain't working.
Look, at the end of the day, it still got to run its course. I don't care what you take; it's got to run its course. And once it comes,
always you want to expedite it. Though. You want to expedite
as
much as possible.
DG said, "Hey, I'm about to pick up my first pup tomorrow. Do you have any advice? Also, today is my birthday, so shout out to you and Ocho as fellow Capricorns. Congratulations, happy birthday, DG. Man, look, I remember when I first went and got my first one. Man, as a matter of fact, I got 3. The first time I got dogs, I got 3 because my brother told my brother I was going to get dogs. I said, man, I'm going to get Rottweiler puppies. He said, where you going? I said, I'm going to Ohio. He said, if they bring me one back. So I brought back 3 dogs. And I brought back 3 Rottweiler puppies from Ohio. And I had them for like 2 weeks. And he told my sister, say, go pick up his. He was going to come down come to Glenville to pick up his. And I kept my 2, man. They're a handful now. But as a matter of fact, Ocho, for me, because I was out of school, I didn't have anything to do the off-season to train. So I would get up I started getting up like every 2 hours, take them out. Then I space it out every 3 hours, then every 4 hours, then 6 hours, then 8 hours. Now they can hold it through the night. I get them outside, they go potty, I give them a treat. Now they associate, okay, if I do this outside, I'm good.
I'm good. Okay.
Man, ain't nothing like it. I come home, they at the door. And they can hear, I mean, now in my car, they hear that beep. I lock the car.
Yeah.
They running, they coming. All 3 of them at the door. I can see them. I can feel it. They're like, they're looking at you. We know you out there. Come on in here. Come on in. It's a great feeling. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. There's nothing like that love that no matter how bad your day is, when you come home and you see that puppy, or you see when it becomes a dog, ain't no love like that. There's no love like an animal love for a human. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. I can't do it no more.
Why?
I told you, I can't take that loss. I can't bear that pain no more. Man, you see, I don't know how many people in the chat was here when you first explained when you had to put who you had to
Oh,
put down.
I put Bo, my Keita down.
Yeah, that's what I think you might have been talking about, Bo. And you had me on here crying. Man, just think, man, listen, boy, I can't take that.
My sister, she ended up
I
taking the
can't
two
take that.
Rottweilers. She ended up taking the two.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother, once I got situated, she said, nah, we done got used to the dogs now. So she kept them.
They ain't going nowhere.
Man, my sister had done got because Kane, I had one named Kane, called him Big Daddy. He ended up passing away. So Killian lived a couple of more years. So she had really, really gotten attached to Killian. Man, you'd have thought my sister child died. She said, Shannon, I can't do it no more. She said, Shannon, I don't want another one. She said, I'll come watch yours. She said, but Shannon, I can't do it. I mean, she was crying like her child actually passed away when she told me she had to put him down. And because they told her he had cancer and it was all throughout his body and they was going to put him down. She said, can you just wait till I get back? So they waited till she got back. They put him in a car and then they gave him the medicine. My sister said she cried all the way home. She said, Shannon, I can't do it again. She said, I can't. She said, I'm sorry.
Ain't no pain like that.
Can't, Shannon.
Ain't no pain like that. Ain't no pain like that. Losing. Listen, I lost my mother. I lost my grandma. And I remember having to put down one of my dogs in my early adolescent years. I haven't had a dog in years because I still remember what that felt like back then. I'm not saying it's the equivalent
close to Ocho.
Of what it felt like losing my grandma, my mama, but it's damn near close. Boy.
It is. You ain't got to tell me nothing.
But that's an unbearable pain, man. Unbearable. I don't want no part of that. No more.
Annalise 81 said, is Ocho really that cheap, or do he be capping? If you Google it, there is footage of the Queen, the Pop, Madonna going through JFK. She's going through TSA, riding a coach, and I ain't never seen Ocho riding in coach, and I've never seen Ocho riding Spirit.
How you ain't never seen me riding Spirit? And all you have to do is go to Twitter, type Ochocinco, and then type Spirit, and you will see me on Spirit Airlines all the time. All the time. And how you mean you don't know if I'm really that cheap? Watch all the videos for the past 20, 25 years that are out there that show you. I talk about it and I live it. Have you seen the way I live life? Have you seen the way I live life? It's like it's right there in front of you. I really live like that and always been like that. What is he talking about? Dude, I lived in the goddamn stadium. Marvin Lewis had to kick me out the stadium my third year in the NFL. I lived at the fucking stadium the first 2 years of my career because I refused to buy a place. What am I buying a place for? Everything I need is right there at the stadium. They got showers. They had a cafeteria. They got hot water. They got cold water. Bathroom. They had a player's lounge, sofa, futon, arcade machine, Xbox, PlayStation, cable. Why are you telling me that? Why am I coming here? What am I getting the house for? And everything I need is here. What? You don't think I'm cheap? Hey, Real.
Ocho.
Yeah.
That's you. You know what you are.
Okay. I'm just sometimes you got to prove people now. You got to prove. All they got to do is do your research. Do your research.
Chad.
She ain't even answer me.
Yeah, she busy. Chad says they know who really got who's sick. Yeah, patient -0. Ash, I'm in. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. She been getting IV drips for the last 2 weeks, and then go talk about how I got sick. Why you getting IV drips? Normal healthy people don't get IV drips. Last I checked. Thanks for telling me that information. I knew it was gonna come in handy one day. Michael Seeley says, "Hey, Unc Ocho, love the show. Can you shout out my girl Chadia? She's been a loyal. She's also a loyal fan. Unc, she would love to see your shirt. Also, wish me luck and hoping to shake the covers once the show is done. 3-minute rounds. Y'all see that right there? It doesn't matter. It's not to me.
Now he talk about he going 3-minute rounds. You don't go 3-minute rounds. You go 3-minute intervals.
No.
3-minute intervals. Because listen, you go 3 minutes in intervals, right? Then you stop and you hold a conversation or pretend like you really want to say something. Then boom, another 3 minutes. You continue to repeat the cycle.
If she got that ooh wee, I ain't gonna lie to you, Ocho. If she got that ooh wee, I'm touching bus.
That's just a mind game. You got to mind fuck yourself. If you're in the ooh wee, you got to think football, think sports, think some completely opposite of what you're doing. Help you last longer.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you got that ooh wee, I'm Mr. TMB, touching bus. I'm sorry. It's your fault. It's your fault. Be mad at yourself because you got that scunion. Yeah, be mad at yourself.
You're gonna end up in the group chat.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Ocho, what you want me to do? If you got that ooh wee, man, you know you ain't lasting no longer. You ain't lasting long with that ooh wee.
I'm telling you, that's why I told you what to do. It's a mind thing. You got to be able to play mind games. You got to eliminate where you at and take your mind somewhere else.
I'll tell you what my mind is. If the first thing, if you hear, God damn, but it's over. That's it for me. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry. Okay. Same time tomorrow. I know what you want to do, Ocho. Same time tomorrow. I'll see you.
Same time tomorrow. You're not no round two?
What round? What round? I'll see you around 2 tomorrow. Okay, I see you. That's the 2 you talk about. I'll see you around 2. I'm sorry.
Hey, boy, you
what? What you? That's all. Ocho, come on.
You ain't gonna double back. You're not gonna U-turn.
I got to get my right. I have to get my mind right, Ocho. I have to get my mind right because I came in. I wasn't expecting what I got.
You need 24 hours to get your mind
I wasn't expecting what I got. She caught me off guard. Ocho. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. So now I got to refocus. I got to come in with my ammunition. Right. I got to come in thinking about what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about sunflowers. I'm thinking about shoes.
Yeah.
Anything that's not like beautiful.
There you go.
And I need the lights off because if I see your body, it's over.
Yeah. I feel you. Listen. I remember them days. Boy, long time ago. I remember the days. You remember them days? You know. Them some good.
There ain't no good. They're bad, Ocho. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, but that's your fault.
Right.
That's your fault.
You're right. It happened to the best of us. We all been through that. We all been through them days, and at times it's embarrassing. But what we do have to do
redeem myself.
Is you got to redeem yourself, because if you don't, it's gonna be tough. Because if you don't redeem yourself, sometimes they'll block you. They won't even answer your call.
Ocho. You be that old girl. I'm gonna give you a mean one. I'm gonna tell you.
But don't talk no shit. And don't show up.
I'm gonna tell you.
Don't talk no shit and don't show up, boy. Girl, you won't believe this, motherfucker. Nah, you gotta. Listen, the performance and the talk, it gotta go hand in hand. If it don't, it's gonna be.
But I'm saying, Ocho, I have good intention. You just like you tell me, hear me out. Hear me out, Ocho. I want you to hear me out. Stay with me now. Stay with me, Ocho. Stay with me. Now, I have good intentions.
Right.
But it's their fault.
Right. You right.
I mean,
you right.
I'm coming now. Now.
Sometimes.
But see.
I'm with you when you're right. Because sometimes we have a plan. But every time you have a plan doesn't mean you're going to execute it the way you thought it would.
Yeah.
It will come out. So I'm with you,
Thank
and
you.
you're right.
I just asked you.
I'm with you. And women, they need to understand that.
Yes.
Sometimes they're not understanding. Sometimes they're not understanding or forgiving. But they to blame. They are to blame.
For sure.
And that's what they need to do. Women need to learn to take
They don't
accountability.
accept that. You got that ooh wee, and then you mad at me because I can't last no 15 minutes in there. It's hot in here. I mean, come on, Ocho, it's hot in here. So don't be mad at me. I'll be helping brother out. I'm doing the best. I'm doing the best I can. I promise you. That's not my intention, but it happened, and I'm sorry.
It does. Yeah, it does. It does. It does.
Damn.
It does. And it don't matter. It don't matter how old you are. It happens.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know, I was planning on jumping up and down for about 10, 15.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think I might have went too hard on that last one.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't waste that diamond.
Oh, no, that diamond. Ooh, Ocho. Hey,
yeah.
If you ever see me turn to the side like this here, you start looking around, it won't be long now. It won't be long now, Ocho. Woo! I get that diamond. You know, like the cat said when he got his tail caught in the washing machine, Ocho, he said it won't be long now.
Well,
I ain't know what he was talking about. He was talking about his tail wouldn't be long anymore, or it wouldn't be long before it all be over. But boy, I put that back. Yeah. Now what you say you do? Huh? How long you? Yeah. How's your mom and dad? All I'm doing, I'm just trying to buy some time. I'm stalling. You know, I'm just trying to buy time to that thing.
Get through the system.
So
get through the blood flow. Yeah.
So where are you? You the youngest? You the oldest? Oh, okay. Where you go to school at?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? I look down and watch. Okay, that thing about it there now. All right. Let's go. Let's go. It's on.
Hey.
Man, y'all got me turning shit off. It's on, Ocho.
Lord.
It's on.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Merck asked, Ocho, do you make the Hall of Fame if you go to New England early in your career?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I probably, yeah. What do you think, Unc?
No, because you can't be who you are. And I believe that's why you didn't have the success you did when you went to New England, because you couldn't be Ochocinco. You had to be Chad Johnson.
Oh, well, you can't be that over there. They don't play that shit. Well, also, they had 200 million other options as well.
But even if that, if you could be you, if you were allowed to be you and have fun, you suppress so much of who you were.
Well, he told me I had to.
That's what I'm saying. So no. At the end of the day, I mean, Ocho, you got to be who you are. Remember, we just said you don't fit a system to the player. You let you let the player. You fit your system to the player.
Well, that wasn't gonna work over there. That's a different ball game.
There it is.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different ball game over there. But you know what they had over there during that time? Listen, just listen to the squad offensively.
Yeah.
Gronk, Aaron Hernandez, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, Deion Branch. That's just 5 right there. What the fuck am I doing there?
Ocho, you got
that's just 5 already.
With the exception of Gronk, and your absolute best when you were Ochocinco, you better than everybody else over than Gronk.
Yeah, but it don't work like that.
That's what I'm saying.
How does that offense run unless your last name is Moss?
But that's what I'm saying. Because you can't be you. At the end of the day, you got to be you, Ocho. I was very fortunate that I played with coaches that my personality, they let me be me. I understood. Mike understood that I knew when it was time to work, but I knew when it was time to play. And I'm gonna get the other girls. We're gonna be loose. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna get this job done. Same thing with Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have guys that understand the players and let the player be themselves. Why you think? Look at Oz. I say don't change nothing. All the players that go to Baltimore, they have their own individual. You understand? You play like a Raven. That's the only thing that we ask.
Yeah. Yeah. It was some fun days, man. Great team, though. Great team.
Ask, hi, Ocho and Shannon. Don't defy your sister, but I have you and Ocho consider writing a book, The Importance of Hard Work and Positivity for Young Adults. I think it'd be impactful, especially for young black boys. Feel betterly, Ash. Feel better, Ash. Feel better, Shannon. Feel better, Unc. Ash slept till I called Ash today at 1 o'clock. Ash called me back at 4 o'clock to about, I said, I'll just tell you what you want. I said, Ash, I don't forgot now. Hell. I called you at 1 o'clock. You called me back at 4 o'clock and tell about what did I want. Whatever it was, I don't want it now. I don't need it. Good thing I didn't call you for an emergency. I know who the person not to call if I'm in jail. Do not waste the call on Ash. She's sleeping through that call. I'm just telling you now, she's going to sleep through that damn call. I ain't never met a person sleep as much as Ash. No, you sleep that much even when you're not sick. You talk about you sick, that's an excuse. Who comes in talking about, guess what time I woke up today? I mean, yes, you know how some people come in and talk about, guess what I did last night? Shannon, guess what time I woke up today? I don't know. No, I woke up like 2. What? Who sleeps? You tell me what grown person can sleep until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. In the afternoon.
But what if you went out the night before?
Well, unless you went out and came in at 12, that's the only time. Think about it, Ocho. Ash don't go out. She going to bed at like 9:30, 10 on nights that we don't have nightcap. And even though the nights that we have nightcap, let's just say we have nightcap. So what time? It's 10:30, 10:36. Okay, so by the time she get home, let's just say it's going to be 11:30.
Right.
Ash will literally sleep till 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
None of this is true.
I'll see you at halftime. Halftime? The game come out at 1:30. She gonna come at halftime.
Right.
I was like, this is ridiculous. You know what, Faith? I have not thought about writing a motivational book. I don't know, maybe Ocho has, but I haven't.
For me, if I was write a book, and I've been preaching it for the past damn near 30 years, if I'm going to write a book, the only thing I need to focus on with my people is financial literacy and discipline when it comes to having money. That's it. That's my focal point. That's my focal point. So, but I like the book she's talking about. But for me, my direction and sole purpose would be financial literacy.
Yeah,
because we bad, we bad, we bad, man.
Yeah,
we bad.
We don't. I mean, it takes a special type of person that's really never had money, never had to manage money, and all of a sudden, Ocho, you come into a large sum of money. And that's most of us coming from the background in which we came from, the community in which we came from.
Right.
We've never had the kind of money that we're going to have that as a professional athlete or an entertainer or a rapper or celebrity or whatever the case may be. We had access to that type of money.
Right.
And so to understand it, because a lot of times people think, oh, I lost that money, I'll get it back. It doesn't work like that. You might not hit that lick again.
No.
It's not no.
But they always have this feeling that play is going to always hit. They always have this feeling that, okay, if this don't hit no more, something else will come along that will. But man, every dog has his day, and it don't work. It don't work like that. It definitely don't work like that.
It absolutely doesn't work that way. And I just think that I just wish that we can applaud our success.
Right.
But it takes a special type of person to be in a group with someone and still cheer for them as they start to take off and not become resentful. That's what's disappointing to me. I'm I just like I said, I don't think I'm better as a better person. I might think I can do a job. I can do this better than somebody else can do this. Do I think I'm better than you as a person? No. But I do think I can do this better than someone else can do this. But I just wish we applauded each other and didn't talk so negative about one another when somebody else starts to do better than somebody else. It happens.
Yeah.
And look, Ocho,
Always.
we might not have but 3 to 5 years of Nightcap. And somebody else might come along and have something that the fans and the chat and advertising sponsors want to grasp onto. But Ocho, we had a hell of a 3 to 5 year run. Why would we talk bad about them? I'm not wired like that. It's always gonna be it's gonna be someone else's turn. It happened. If you play sports, you understand that. You understand that the likelihood of you being on top your whole 15, 20-year career, if you're fortunate enough to play that long, is not very likely. Right. So you're accepting of that. All I can do is let me be the best I can possibly be. And hopefully that's good enough. That's it. I can only be the best I can be. And hopefully the people that have followed Shannon and watched Shannon and listened to Shannon still like that Shannon. But when it's time to go, hey, I'll move it along. Probably pack my ish up. Definitely gonna get up out of California. I ain't gonna be paying all these high ass taxes and I ain't working here. Hell nah. I'm thinking about moving as the deals. We're not moving to Texas though. Yeah.
You can move. You can move to Atlanta.
Might go to Vegas or Nashville.
Okay. Oh, Nashville is nice. Nashville is a growing city. I heard from my understanding. I heard. I'm in Atlanta now.
I can't go to Georgia. Why you get to go to Texas? No, we're not going to Georgia. No. Huh?
You heard me? I'm in Atlanta. I wanted to go to Magic City tonight. I wanted to do the show for Magic City, but I don't think they would have had anywhere adequate enough where it could have been quiet.
No, ain't nowhere quiet. And you ain't gonna be no. It ain't gonna be no. It ain't lit enough.
Right. Oh, I got my little lights with me now. Oh, let me show you my little lights. Look.
Yeah.
See, I got my little portable lights.
I'm gonna tell you, put that light on Coco.
Who's Coco? Oh,
I don't see that light on Coco. Hey,
I might. What time they close?
Shit, probably about 4, I think.
Oh shit, I ain't gonna make that. Oh well.
You got plenty of time. What? You downtown?
Ooh, what time? What time we off?
We're finna be off in a few minutes.
Baby. You want to go to Magic City? Huh?
She say no. She say she want to go. She ain't want to go unless Unc there.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Man, we here for one day. She talk about not tonight. But we can't go tomorrow because we'll be in Miami tomorrow.
Well, I don't know to tell you. And she say ain't no fun unless Unc there.
I'm gonna go. I'm going after this. Shoot, I flight leave at 6 in the morning. I can go there for 2 hours and come back and pack my little bag and be ready to go back home. I need to see what these wings, these wings you talking about, and I need to see that. I'm gonna see tonight.
Ain't nothing like smell like booty and cigars. Boy, that's woo.
Oh, I can smoke cigars in there? Oh man, boy, I'm going tonight. I'm going. It's gonna be an argument today.
You just got back in real good graces, remember?
Yeah, I'm out the doghouse. I'm out the doghouse.
Well, don't push your luck too quick, Ocho.
Whoa, hold on now. I don't come to Atlanta often. I think it's been years since I've been to Atlanta. If I'm not mistaken, the last time I was here 3 years ago for Rick Ross car show, and I ain't been here since. So I'm here. You asked me to come here with you because you had business to take care of. Why not allow me to experience Magic City that you always talking about? Why be selfish? That's what I'm saying. Don't make me come here.
But I ain't there, Ocho. I'm saying I was supposed to be there.
Okay, you want me to wait for you? All right, say less. I'll wait for you. Because that would make the experience that much more better because you understand the surroundings and the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna wait. No problem.
We got any more questions, Ash?
I could wait.
Oh, no, I did not lie. She told me, tell him you lied. Tell him you lied. No, I ain't telling him. You sleep an average of 10 hours a day if you don't have a meeting. Oh, how?
10 hours?
Huh?
That's long.
What happened? Okay, how late did you sleep this morning? How late did you sleep this morning? How late did you sleep? I just asked you a simple question, Ash. No, we ain't got to go. I just asked you a simple question. How late did you sleep this morning? Okay, this week when we didn't have a meeting, how late did you sleep? Ash, that's not what you told us the other day. No, that's when you have meetings. When you don't, no, you don't. Man, Ash over here lies. Okay, I remember that. I would next time I call, because if she's up, she'll answer the phone. If she don't answer the phone, I know she's asleep. So I'm just gonna tweet it out. I called Ash and she didn't answer. It's 10:30. Nah, you ain't. You just sick today. You're not sick all the time. Guys, we want to thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Please make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've also pinned the link, Shea by Laportier, at the top of the chat. I told you it's all dunk. For the next week, it's all dunks. Yeah. I know y'all think I only got J's, but I got dunks. Next week is going to be Air Force Ones, 95s, 97s.
I ain't got no shoes to show off.
So, again, thanks for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed. It's also, you can get it through Club Shay Shay, but Nightcap has its own podcast feed. We've also pinned the link, Shea by Laportier, at the top of the chat. The holidays are right around the corner. We got Valentine's Day, the Super Bowl, St. Patrick's Day, and I'm sure you got birthday for a loved one or someone that you love that's special. Go and get them a bottle. Ladies, get your guy a bottle for Valentine's Day, and you will not be disappointed. Yeah. So thank you for joining us tonight. Around the horn one last time. The Chiefs beat the Dolphins 26-7. Mahomes passes Aaron Rodgers, Troy Aikman, and Roger Staubach for his 12th career playoff win. And the Houston Texans, led by C.J. Stroud and a defense that got 2 pick sixes, romped the Browns 45-14. Jerod Mayo replaces Bill Belichick and becomes the youngest head coach in the NFL this year, 1 month younger than Sean McVay. Congratulations, Jerod Mayo, becoming the next head coach of the New England Patriots. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate all 41+ thousand that was in the chat. We'll see you again tomorrow after the Cowboys. And who else play? The Rams. Rams and Cowboys. The Cowboys play the Packers, and the Rams on the road to the Lions. So we'll see you after tomorrow's game. Thank you again for joining us. Good night.